From rags to riches. From riches to rags. CIG taketh. I totally botched it.
Hi.
CIG giveth, and CIG taketh away.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is Saturday night.
With an ice cream.
I'm an ice cream. It is Saturday night here at Crouch After Dark. My name is Viv. This is Charlotte. I hope you've all had a wonderful, wonderful week.
I'm the best person in the family.
Charlotte is the best person in the family. How have your 317.2 adventures been? There's some controversy. There's things to look at. Oh boy. Welcome.
Also, I'm just sitting right over there. But that's like bye.
Let's get a little bit of background music on while we do our introductions and say howdy and find out what's going on. Because right now, Jack Stevens is here in the chat. Stream Elements has joined me, and Metaphysical is also here. Thank you guys for joining me. Jack Stevens, just FYI, I know I'm early, but there is a bug that wipes your credits every time you log back into the game. Ooh, juicy. So before you log out, you should probably buy a bunch of items, and everything you need since you gained will be wiped again. Just before I go any further, I do want to quickly point out, welcome to my streams. Things here get a little disjointed. I will come back to that in just a second, but I want to interrupt myself and just point out, I've had 2 deaths already in 317.2. One of them was by lack of helmet. Amazing. And the second one, I got ran over by a carriage in space. We'll come back to that later on. So yes, there's definitely some interesting things happening out there in the moment. We're going to jump into all of that, and we're going to check out Spectrum. If you're not familiar with Spectrum, that's CIG's forum. We're going to go in there and have a bit of a look. Luckily, the bug has been reported to the issue council with over 50 confirmations. So here's hoping CIG fixes it maybe before the weekend. I've got a feeling it's not a bug. We're going to go have a bit of a look at a few things and do a little bit of speculation and then jump into some 317.2. Oh boy, has it been fun. Amazing. Metaphysical says, my name is Viv. I didn't say Ian. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Well, I really hope they do not wipe again, because I've just spent 2 hours getting a rock and upgrades. Cup of tea tonight. Cheers, whatever you're sipping on. I've no stream snacks. In fact, I've only really just woken up because I went to bed this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe. I'd been up the whole night, haven't been to sleep. I did a 12-hour stream with Space Tomatoes. Tomatoes? I can't say it properly now because, obviously he's American. Let's throw that up in the link. He did a 12-hour, subathon, sort of 317.2 deep dive. And I got involved in that for almost the whole 12 hours, up until the 10-hour mark where my kitchen was flooding and I had to run off.
It actually was. So he left the sink on in the bathroom, and we were cleaning yesterday. We were.
Get in here. You got to get in here and tell him. You got to get closer to that mic.
So the kitchen. So he left the tap on in the kitchen, and so we were cleaning. Because my friend was coming over, and so Mom was upstairs changing the sheets in their bedroom, and she started hearing the tap like downstairs, and she was like, "Babe!" And I was like, "Mom, what's wrong?" And I heard her saying like, the tap is running, and so I was like, "Mom, what's wrong?" And so I was like, and she said, "Oh, I was only yelling because Dad has his headphones on." I was like, "Okay," so I just ran downstairs to see what was happening, and it was literally flooding. And so I had to dive into the thing, which was so gross because it was like all different types of food beads. And I had to put my hand in, and I had to take the drain thing out so all the water would go down. And then I just kept dipping my hand in it, and I couldn't feel my fingers. It was so cold. So yeah, that's the story. Bye.
So yeah, at about, I don't know what time it was this morning, we had to start doing some cleaning up. We had some friends coming over, and so I was in between sort of playing the game. We were playing Siege of Orison. I'd been involved for about 10 hours of the stream so far. I hadn't been to sleep. And, I've got my headphones on. These ones here, these Barracuda, these Razer Barracuda X, they really, once you've got them on, you're inside the headphones. It's really hard to hear anything outside of them. And I must have bumped the tap when I was cleaning up. And, I didn't hear the water running. And then all of a sudden, I hear my wife, Kim, my wife, Kim, Viv, yelling out from upstairs. And I take my headphones off, and all I can hear is water rushing. And I'm like, fuck, guys, I've got to go. My kitchen's flooding. I had to leave the stream. I had to leave the Siege of Orison event. Water everywhere. Oh, boy, huge amount of fun. Anyway, let's get back, because I've lost my train of thought now. So far, here we go. Back to metaphysicals. I really hope they don't wipe the game again, because I just spent 2 hours getting a rocket upgrades for it and the Cuddy Black. FFS, I don't want to do that again. Well, so far, if only your money that's being repeatedly wiped, nothing that has been bought in game. Well, that's good to hear. I swear, turrets even worse. Now, that's great. Turrets do be crazy. I don't have a dog. Sadly, he passed away last year. Pirate, we miss you, Pirate. All right. So Nightbot. And I was going to talk about, doing audio recordings and stuff like that. I've added the death counter. Yeah. So, I logged in after the update the other day with 77 million credits. Holy cow! I got more credits than Starstreams did. He was saying in our group chat he got 54 million. How? The guy streams way longer than I do. Although I do have a terrible addiction to Star Citizen at the moment, and I've been playing a lot. Anyway, CIG obviously addressed that. Let's jump onto, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Spectrum. Let's jump onto let's have a quick look here, right? Because it's been a dumpster fire there today. So, Robert Space Industries, Spectrum is their comlink. Comlink is where they, put out all their information. Comlink, come on, CIG, let's just work today, hey. Under community, Spectrum. So Spectrum is the community forums on the CIG website. And there's a bunch of chat channels and stuff you can get involved in. And oh boy, has it been an interesting afternoon. Because yes, CIG did announce, they put up a post. Let's jump into it. Oh, the general chat. If you want to watch your eyes bleed, jump into the general chat. Oh boy. They are wiping ships though. We're going to get to that in just a second. Wiping is okay, but whatever made from the event, also gone. For the moment, we'll get into that in just a second. So here we go. Star Citizen under General. So this is where they put up all their information. Where's the patch notes? Oh boy, I should have had this prepared. Anyway, long story short, they did put up a post saying we naffed up the amount of credits that everyone was supposed to get. It was, increased by a factor of 10, by more than a factor of 10. So, I got 77 million. I should have got 7.7 million or less. Probably less, maybe 77,000. Because in that post, they did say, we naffed up. We are going to be correcting this. really didn't give any more details about how. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from my cold. About how they were going to do that. Let's go back to the general chat. Normally at the top up here, Viv, there's a pop-up. There's normally a pop-up here that leads to the latest post about maybe they've disabled it because the verse is on fire. I did Siege today. I made 400k and then lost 12 million and 400k doing Siege and Call to Arms. So kind of pissed about the AUEC rewipe. Lol. So they put up that post saying we're going to fix it. So I started spending all my money. I spent $53 million. If you've ever been, and I'm probably going to lose it and we'll get to that in a second. If you've ever been on a ship buying spree, I don't know how many people have, because how often do you have $77 million? Let's get that lo-fi back on. What's going on with the music? We've lost our music. It's normally under general. What's it not here? All right, the Stipend update. 589 replies. As mentioned in this thread, dynamic events, Siege of Origin is amazing, the AI is amazing. Well, it's not amazing, it's way better than it's used to be. New player cap, patch wipe, database wipe, Stipend. While we don't like having to initiate a database wipe, especially when it means elements of your hard work are reset, it is a necessary step from time to time while we're in alpha. Cool, understand that. I'm in it. The good news is, alongside the release of Alpha 3.17.2, we have worked with the design team. So this should have been a clue, right? With the design team, what have they got to do with anything to do with backend stuff? To distribute a generous amount of AUC based on the number of hours you played. A generous quantity of AUC based on the number of hours you played in 3.17.1. When I read that, I was like, cha-ching! Because I've been going crazy, right, on this game. It's ridiculous. I was trying to find like a hours played like you can see on Steam. It'd be terrifying to look at. Once the patch goes live, you'll find these credits have already been delivered straight to your Mobiglass wallet. Bam. And then they put an update out. Some of you may have already suspected there was an error in the calculations, and the amount of the AUEC distributed ended up being higher than planned and was not intentional. Our formula actually suffered from 2 errors, blah, 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 more than a factor of 10 anyway. So they started wiping wallets. So I went on my ship buying spree. I logged out after the event with Space Tomato this morning, and at the end of the stream, cleaned up the kitchen, sorted that out after the flood there, came back. I saw a post, I think it was on Starstream's Discord or somewhere, that said, CIG are going to be doing their update to the wallet, so, just be aware. And so I was like, bugger it, I'll go spend as much of this money as I can, and whatever I can't spend, I'll give away during the stream. And we'll see what happens with, CIG's update. And then when I logged back in later on, about 40 minutes later, I had 20,000 credits in my wallet. It's not a bad thing. I'm super excited about it. Randier is here. It's a chat. When is Spectrum not a dumpster fire? Yeah, it's a raging inferno there. It doesn't matter where you go. It's out of control. For the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, you will also notice that in the chat lobbies down here, a new lobby has appeared for me because Viv be crazy. So before the wipe, I did go on a bit of a ship buying spree. It happened. And that bumped me up into the concierge bracket. I'd already spent a stupid amount of money on this game in 2013, and I wasn't far off the concierge. Jason the Bruce is here. Makataka's just joined us. So, I've got some pledge ships that I pledged for because, and the reason I bring this up, having now access to the concierge, is because of the update, and we'll get back to that in a second. So before the wipe, I went and bought a bunch of ships that I really wanted to have. The Prospector, because I love mining, right? The Mule, because, you know, it's fun and cool to drive around in. It's probably the most physically stable vehicle at the moment from a physics perspective. I bought the Rock because I do a lot of rock mining. I bought some, you know, things that I need. Bear with me for just a second. Getting over this wretched cold. So I bought a bunch of things that I need so that when I got back into the game, and, you know, we started off with our starting wallets. For me, my starting wallet is 20 grand. I think it's the same for most subscribers. You know, I wanted to have that, you know, area I could be set up and be level from. So I bought a bunch of ships that bumped me up in the concierge bracket. So I got a, you know, stupid top hat and a monocle and stuff, and a custom subscriber, a custom, you know, concierge pistol, and
What you doing?
What's that?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm streaming, Dylan. What am I doing? What am I doing in my stream? You're sitting like 1.5 meters away from me. You know what I'm doing. I'm talking about, so CIG, this is the website. This is the developers of Star Citizen. This is their website. This is their forum where people come to complain about everything. For those who are new to my stream, welcome to Crouch After Dark. It's Saturday night. I stream 3 times here a week. I haven't had a great deal of sleep. It's going to be an interesting stream. 3 times a week here on YouTube, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. This is my daughter Charlotte, who should normally be in bed, but she likes to mill around for the beginning of the stream and say howdy. Get out of here. So I'm kind of glad I did, because if we come back to the update, right? Talking about dumpster fire. Quick, let's catch up with the chat, Viv. Holy cow. Metaphysical says, hey, Viv, good to see you, dude. Randy says, when is Spectrum not a dumpster fire? Man, oh man, please do not take my stuff again. Well, I think you will be all right, Meta. I'll jump into some of this other stuff in just a second. Viv, I had a crack with the Ares Ion and the Ares Inferno today. Fun. What a massive gun. I haven't flown either of those ships yet. They're the subscriber ships for this month. Jason said, well, I lost all of my credit and the newer amount makes no sense compared to the old one if it was a percentage. We'll get to that. I'll answer that. Well, it's out of control now. They've got to just, you know, pare it back, right? And the only way they can pare it back is back to starting wallets. It's a massive dumpster fire. CIG done fucked this up badly. And the only way they can get it under control, and is to just wipe back to starting credits. And you know, that might not be a bad thing. This is going to be unfolding over the next couple of days. This may introduce some discrepancies with AUEC earned right at the beginning of the Siege of Orison. Makes no sense compared to the old one if it was a percentage. Okay. They may... Let me read this out, and we'll come back. This may introduce some discrepancies with AUEC earned right at the beginning of the Siege of Orison. But rest assured, those who logged in between the start of the event and this adjustment will receive the payout for the event. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. Our formula actually suffered from 2 errors: overcounting playtime and inflating payouts per player minute. Okay, so they done fucked up. They are telling us that people who played in Siege of Orison got paid for it, because you can earn a crap load of money doing Siege of Orison if you've got Call to Arms on the mission, the mercenary mission, which you should have on by default every single time you go out to do anything. I don't care if you're delivering a box or rock mining. If you don't have Call to Arms, you're basically just dropping 500 credits out your pocket every time you kill a bad guy. Rather than performing another wipe and reset for the live servers, which would cause a service disruption, they don't want people to stop playing the game because to do a full wipe, they need to bring the servers down, they need to wipe, they need to upload that, and then let people back in. We're able to rectify funds in players' wallets by performing an update on the server side. Additionally, if you've spent the AUEC you received between the launch of 3.17 and now, you'll most likely get to keep those purchases. Then the next bit in brackets got me worried. Provided you spent a reasonable amount. Well, I didn't, goddammit. I spent 53 million. What's going to happen? Jason, I'm going to answer your question just then, and then I'll go through the rest of the chat. I've got a feeling they're going to wipe us back to starting credits, and then they're going to apply the proper patch for how much money you should have earned according to the time you played. And the only way they can get this under control is just to wipe the wallets. And then pay people for the events that they've done after 3.17.2 went live, and then apply the correct amount of money according to their proper calculation. So what happens to the 20 ships I bought? If you happen to give some or all of your stipend to another, in most cases, some or all of your gift will be removed. If you've given money to people, it's probably going to be taken away. Also, as we audit accounts after resetting the stipend, if we find accounts that have excessive numbers of purchases well beyond our original intent, I bought 1,000 bottles of water, damn it. We may remove what we deem to be excessive ship ownership. Oh boy, we'll come back to this in a minute. The chat's moving. We've lost the chat up here. Let's scroll up. Holy cow, Viv. Generous amount. I'd say the 29 million I got was well beyond generous, as Jack Stevens. Yeah, it was crazy, ridiculous. I heard cases where people were getting 200 million plus. Metaphysical says, I missed that. When I installed the patch today, I had a measly 900k. Mac Attack says, good evening all, or good afternoon. It is my evening. It's probably your afternoon. It's Saturday night. I'm in my dressing gown. We're chilling out, catching up with the dumpster fire that is 3.17.2, money, credits, stipend, before we jump in and check out what's going on and, what I've been left with, because we're not done here. Now you're a 1K backer, says Meta, silly bugger. Congrats. Well, I joked about it in previous streams. If I spend a couple of extra $100, I'll become a concierge. And then when I read into what a concierge gets, it's kind of pitiful. I wanted those ships, and I'm probably going to need them because everything I bought, I'm pretty sure is going to be taken away because, and I'm totally cool with that. And I can't wait to get back into the grind, right? As soon as I logged back in and I had 77 million, I was kind of like, what's the point? Where's my grind? Where's the excitement? Where's the pressure? Where's the pain? Where's the motivation? Just not there. I've said this before, once you start getting millions of dollars and that just doesn't get spent, the game loses a whole bunch of its purpose or a whole bunch of its motivations. Jack Stevens goes on to say, guess I'm going to be a loot goblin until that's addressed. Well, this is an issue, right? Because Jack had mentioned at the beginning of the stream that there's a bug, right? Oh, I think it's mentioned here. It's always fun to grind money. I ain't tripping. But the new bug is every time you log out and log back in, you're reset to 20k AUEC again. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I've got a feeling that they've put a cap on that for the moment whilst this inferno continues to unfold. But CIG knows everything that happens in this game. The game is tracking absolutely everything. The game knows when you pick up a water bottle, when you buy a water bottle. If you put it on the ground, the game knows it belongs to you. If someone else picks it up, that player in the background knows that water bottle belongs to you. So it's tracking everything we're doing. Which is why sometimes these dumpster fires erupt on Spectrum, because CIG knows what we're doing, and there are better ways that they can implement some of these changes. But when you're talking about tens of thousands of players, I'd even hazard a guess, maybe even at this stage, hundreds of thousands of players jumping in after a major update, and 3.17.2 whilst it is a minor patch number update, is a major patch. Shit moves quick, and they're panicking. So they may have capped that, but I think maybe you'll see that get given back as we go on. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that just yet. Mac Attack says, I still have the ship I bought in-game, but lol, it's a pile of poo. It is. Meta goes on to say, I just logged in. Oh, wow, the chat's really moving. Captain Astro is here. I just logged in, third time of doing it, and still have the same credits I had when I left the last 2 times. It hasn't taken my stipend. Hopefully I can keep the Argo Mole. Captain Astro says, I just logged in. I'm down to 20k, but I've kept the ships I bought. I spent around 23 million. All right, well, Captain Astro, you might be interested to see what they're about to say next here. Let's play some Star Citizen. I mean, let's get into it. Let's get into it. The money that we're making from missions currently that we keep losing may even come back after this is sorted. I believe it will. And they mentioned that here. They sort of allude to that here. This may introduce some discrepancies with AUEC earned right at the beginning of Siege of Orison. They mentioned Siege of Orison, but this can apply to anything. Bunkers, looting, whatever. Call to arms, payouts for killing bad guys. But rest assured, those that logged in between the start of the event and this adjustment will receive the payout for the event. They know what's going on and they can give us the money we've earned. Take away the money we haven't earned. I don't mind. What did I do? We're going to jump in and have a look. So yes, there's a massive, massive dumpster fire happening at the moment. Let's jump into the game. Oh boy. Super, super fun. Let's jump in. I'm really happy with this patch. I played with the Garden Intergalactic Initiative. Space Tomatoes Org. I think it's called GAI. 11 hours and 40 minutes. Not a single crash. Not a single 30k. There were a lot of us in the beginning. Obviously, for a 12-hour stream and a 12-hour event, it dwindled and dwindled and dwindled. And by the end of it, there were a handful of us. But it was amazing. The servers are, running really well. So Siege of Orison is running 24 hours a day on a rotating schedule between Siege of Orison and Jump Town. So it doesn't matter where you are. They're covering all time zones. You can get involved in these events. They're just rolling back to back, back to back, back to back. Astro says, I didn't go crazy with the ships, so I'm not expecting to lose them. I do want to quickly come back, right? We'll jump into the game in a second. Let me just get out of here. Because they go on to say here, we may remove what we deem to be excessive ship ownership. So if you went on a buying spree to acquire 5 hammerheads, you may find 5 of them gone the next time you log in. Okay, well that's all right. I didn't buy 5 of anything. I just bought lots of ships. Then they go on. This is the kind of advantage we intended to give to players with our Stipend award. So, 10,000, 20,000, enough money to buy a suit of armor and, a couple of weapons and stuff. Maybe a ship. A player who's played 100 hours before the white will have enough to immediately get an Avenger Titan, for example. So, not ridiculous amounts of money. This is the kind of advantage we intended to give players. Give you a head start in earning more. Not enough to immediately acquire a 10-ship fleet before your first bounty mission. So I have a problem. I got a problem. And it's not a bad problem by any stretch of the imagination. Let's turn off that dumpster fire. So I bought a lot of ships. We can quickly have a look here in the vehicle manager. So the Anvil Arrow is my gift ship. I bought the Pisces. I pledged for the Hornet. This is bought in-game, pledge, subscriber, in-game, pledged, in-game, pledged, in-game, pledged. And then I've got a whole bunch of other stuff. Obviously, these are the ships here at Area 18 from Astra Armada. And then we've got all the stuff over at New Deal in Lawville. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. It's gonna be interesting. Captain Astro says the money we're making from missions currently that we keep losing may even come back after this is sorted. Yep, indeed. I'm going to stockpile loot and gems and keep it all at Tressler for now, and then sell it later. That's probably a good idea. You know, if you want to go mining, collect all your resources. You know, Starstreams has a great video, although I haven't watched it, but a lot of people say it's great. So I'm just going to I'm just going to parrot that information. I do need to go and watch it because I use voice attack as well. Atreyu? Yes, Commander? How are you today? I don't know why you can't understand that. Oh, by the way, I've also added here, over there somewhere at the top of the left-hand side of the screen, my subscriber goal. I don't know why it's not correct. It says 43 out of 100. I'm trying to push to 100 subscribers because that unlocks my custom URL. So instead of youtube.com/c/, I can put up there Crouch After Dark, which makes things a little bit easier. So if you're not subscribed, welcome to Crouch After Dark. I stream 3 days a week here on YouTube. My name is Viv. It's Saturday night. We've been through the dumpster fire. What is happening in the game now? Well, I'm super excited because as you can see, you know, my wallet's been wiped, right? I'm back down to my starting credits, which is amazing. I did a little bit of a spending spree. I bought a whole bunch of undersuits just to be prepared. I bought a bunch of armor and backpacks and helmets and stuff. I may lose all of this. That's fine. You know, I bought a bunch of stuff. Like I said, you know, 693 bottles of cruise, 303 bottles of water. I've got the same amount of stuff, similar amount on my Cutlass Red that I bought from New Deal, with loads of med pens and, you know, just, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Captain Astro says, I didn't go crazy with ships. I'm not expected to lose them. I got a Reclaimer, Rock, and a Saber. Yeah. Well, I originally bought the Carrack, and I was like, I'll just give everything else away. I'm looking forward to the grind. And then, you know, I bought another ship, and then things got badly out of control. Jay Gomez is here in the chat. Welcome. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you so much for joining me here at Crouch After Dark. I have an org mate that got an 890 jump. He has a starter package, so I hope they let him keep it. They probably will. You know, I don't think they're going to really penalize people like that. But for people like me who got, you know, a ridiculous amount of money and spent a ridiculous amount of money, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose a bunch of that. I don't think we're going to go through all the stuff that 317.2 has. You know, we've been doing that for a month now. What I am keen to do, grab Call to Arms, Mercenary, Call to Arms. By default, anytime you go anywhere, just accept this as soon as you log in. It's a passive quest that sits there in the background. It gets you 500 AUEC, just, you know, a reward of 500 well, it says UEC. AUEC per outlaw dealt with. You might as well have it. You know what I'm super keen to do? AUE missions. Maybe not right now, but I'm feeling the itch to go underground. You don't see it too often. All right, so what we might need to do is some of these certifications. So we're going to quickly do a bunch of these while we chat about the state of the game. All right, let's close this up. Captain Astro. Oh yeah, let's drop in and feel free to shout your channel, Captain Astro. Captain Astro. Go check out Captain Astro's channel. He's got a bunch of different sorts of stuff there. Another awesome Star Citizen content creator here on YouTube. Well worth popping over and chuck a like on his most recent video. Subscribe if you haven't. Doesn't cost you anything. And who knows, you might get some content in the future that you enjoy. You might enjoy everything he's got right now. So in that case, you know, pop over there and go drop a like on his videos. And if you haven't dropped a like on this one so far, drop it now, because if you don't do it now, you'll probably, you know, get busy and then duck out and, you know, it just won't happen. Give me the like. I need it. If you haven't, part 3 of a gift for Baba. Let's show, we got 30 seconds. Can we do this in 30 seconds? Where are we? Display capture. Let's quickly duck over here. Can we get in here? 20 seconds. Channel. 16 seconds. Your channel. If you haven't already, jump onto the channel. A gift for Baba. So part 1 and part 2, Star Citizen lore story. These have been super fun. I basically take, let's forget about the train. We got heaps of time. I don't think we're going to be able to get the audio from this. But I basically read their stories. There's so much lore on the Star Citizen website in the comlink. It's just crazy. And so I read these stories. I love anything Jonathan Keeble reads. I read to Charlotte in, you know, character voices and stuff. And I got most of the Harry Potter crew down. At least, you know, my interpretation of the Harry Potter crew, which is heavily influenced, obviously, by the movies. And so I've been reading this 3-part story on the Star Citizen website. Go check that out on the channel at some stage. I've really been enjoying that. Part 3, I read them. It's not live, but the first time I record it the first time I read it. So I don't know what's going to happen in part 3 yet. I'm doing that on Monday. Should be out Monday night, Tuesday. Go check that out on the channel. Fun times. Oh! Yeah! Could it be any more perfect? This is the second train, right? Captain Astro says, I'm expecting to maybe lose my reclaimer, but not too bothered if it goes. Well, you know, I'm not too fussed. I did go on that pledge spending spree to buy a bunch of stuff. The mule, the rock, the prospector. I bought a Drake Dragonfly because I love doing bunkers like that. Even if you don't need to and you can park outside the facility, it's still really good practice and it's super immersive and great fun to post up 4 or 5 clicks out and then cruise in on that little hover bike, and it's great fun. You know, I get a real sense of, you know, this Hollywood style attack the facility sort of infiltrate the facility sort of thing on this black hover bike. I was standing in line at New Deal. Yeah. Oh, I tried to jump the queue. The kiosk wouldn't let me in. 3 people ahead of me, and one of them was a female. 25 minutes later. Yeah. Oh boy. Does the bike not get shot at, says Jay Gomez? No, it doesn't. What's that, Bon?
Say my name.
No, I said Jay Gomez.
Now arrive.
It does. Being an airship, it does, but you've got enough time to post up and park. There's at most of the bunkers. There's stacks of containers with what looks like parking spots that have been placed there for the Drake Dragonfly, because it fits perfectly in there. And once you get it in there, the turrets can't hit you. Unlike the mountains, the turrets can't shoot through the containers. I've never lost a Dragonfly to turret fire. So yeah, you can get in there and park up in those containers. And the turrets will sit there and hammer at the containers, but you know they can't hit you.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
What are we doing and where are we going? Oh, that's right. So, you know, I got the Avenger Titan because I thought, you know, it's a starter ship. I've never flown it. Everyone talks about it being a good option. Maybe I'll get that for, you know, doing missions and stuff. And I bought a Gladius because it's, you know, super popular in the PvP crowd. And I pledged for the Pisces because it's an amazing ship. I absolutely love it. So we've got, you know, I bought the Asperia Blade. I'm not really into the alien ships, but, you know, I was spending the money. I kind of figured that something was going to happen to the wallet. And I was like, just spend it, spend it, spend it. I bought all the ships I wanted. Like, I'd love to run some medical gameplay, so I bought the Cutlass Red. It'd be cool to do some law enforcement stuff, so I bought the Cutlass Blue. Yes, this is all going to be wiped again in 3 months or 4 months. Maybe pushing 5. Although that'd be a really bad situation. When 3.18 drops with, you know, persistent entity streaming and the cargo refactor and possibly more rivers. There's an amazing tool, and you can check it out on Space Tomato's channel. He did a video to CIG's Inside Star Citizen video where the developer, one of their lead developers, one of their engine developers, was talking about a cool tool that he's developed to procedurally generate rivers across planets in minutes and deploy them in minutes. So we could be looking forward to loads more water courses during in 3.18. Anyway, we're taking the gunboat out today. All these ships I bought, and we're taking the gunboat? No. Maybe we should take something. Oh, you know what we'll do? Let's take the Hornet. Let's retrieve the Hornet.
Vehicle selected.
Because I spent hours upgrading this, flying all over Stanton to get all the bits and pieces I need for it.
Location.
Hangar 3. We'll go out and do this certification. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days, right? Obviously, they've wiped us back to starting credits. Maybe they'll wipe ships for people like me who've spent ridiculous amounts. Oh, we need a helmet, Viv. We might be updating my new death counter. One of those deaths is by lack of helmet already. Hangar 3, right? That's where we're going. So I bought a paint while I was pledge shopping for my Hornet. Ooh, boy, doesn't she look sexy? I can't remember what it's called. The Wolf Lightning or something like that. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize when I was buying this paint that it had, you know, all of this, you know, digital camo on it. I just thought it was like a white paint scheme. But I love that digital camo on there. So this was one of my original pledge ships back in 2013. The F7C Hornet. And I've upgraded it with the turret at the top up there. Had to go to Port, what's above Orison? Port Olisar for the turrets. The guns I actually got as a referral bonus. You know, somebody used my referral code. I don't really mention it very much, but I have a referral code. I think it's in the description of the video. If you're interested in Star Citizen and you've never, you know, and you haven't pledged or backed it before, and you want to get into the game, I do have a code. Everyone has a code, and so somebody used it, and I got these 2 guns. No, I can't remember why. The CIG gave them to me for something. So we upgraded that. Those are from, you know, CIG. The cannon down the front, I had to get from Hurston Dynamics. So we went all over the place to upgrade this ship. And, if you're interested in how I've got this shot here, we just, if we go back, right? So you've got your default views, right? You know, third person from far away, first person over the shoulder. But if you hold your F4 key and use the page up and page down buttons, the camera will move down and up. If you use your up and down arrows, it will zoom in and out. And then if you hold your Z key, you can free look, right? And now you can see I've set my camera with my little man down on the bottom left. So that's now what I'm seeing when I move around. So if you want to get nice shots, if you're recording slow motion stuff, or you want to get a nice screenshot, Like for example, we can set this up here, right? Put that little man there. We'll move our hold F4, left arrow to move the camera over, down arrow to move it back. Z button, hold that down, and move my mouse. Maybe we'll put it like that. Page up. Screenshot. And then hold F4 and the asterisk key on your numpad to reset everything back to default. I need a bigger gun. Nah, that will be fine in this. I think the Centurion might be fun to get too. The winter camo looks nice, says Randy. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks great. Anyway, enough naffing about. Why can I not get in the ship? Here we go. Enter the pilot seat. So we'll go off, we'll do our certifications, and then we'll run around. We'll see how we go tonight. I've only had a couple of hours sleep. I slept between 4 and 8 after, being involved in and watching Space Tomatoes stream and getting involved with some of the activities at GII. 4 hours, 5 hours is not unusual for me. But, in that late afternoon, we'll see. We'll see. So yes, that subscriber goal widget up the top up there. I don't know why it's not updating. We are currently sitting at 88 or somewhere around there. I think I saw 89 earlier on. We're pushing for that 100. I was hoping we'd get it here in July, but that's looking unlikely, and that's cool. We're a slow burn here at Crouch After Dark. It's just nice to be able to play this game and share it with such a passionate and excited community. Now, the player counts have also been updated. I'm sure you all know that. Everyone who watches me is already watching everybody else as well, and you're following the project as well. But the player counts have been updated, and it's been amazing. Let's get some cruise control on.
Thank you, and please visit again.
About 78 people on the server at the moment. People still talking about, well, that's going to be the thing for the next... Oh, you wait until, all the big guys get into it. You wait for, Salty Mike. You wait for Grumpy Eye. You wait for, I don't expect, the big channels like, Ollie43 or Level Cap or Morphologist to be salty. Certainly not Morphologist, he's as frustrated as every other backer is. But, he's a little bit more, level-headed. But it's going to be interesting over the next couple of days to see what happens and how the rest of this unfurls. And what happens to the fleets that we've bought. What happens to the money that we've earned. What happens to this bug. But it says, can I just tell you about my new graphics card? Yes, sir, you can. Please, share with me your experience. I was getting average 28 frames per second. Well, 28.6 is very specific average meta. Just mention it. With the RX 560 DDR5. And now I'm getting an average. Again, this is a very specific average meta. 49.6 with my new RX 6600 XT with GDDR6. Wow. What am I rocking? I'm rocking an RTX 380. I think with DDR5, yeah. All right, we've traveled far enough out into space here. Contract manager. Accepted. So we got our call to arms by default. The black track, where are we going? Good times on Waller. Get some music on. 100 Thieves sounds good to me. It's good bounty music. Activate the quantum drive.
Acknowledged. I am activating the quantum drive now, sir.
Oh, we're just above this. Engage.
Hold fast, sir. Engaging quantum drive.
I'm happy. Lawville, New Babbage, and Orison were smooth as silk. Wow, that's amazing. My rig here is not that old, but I'm already tempted to, you know, I don't have any problems playing the game, you know. Not really a gamer. I didn't really know what frames per second were until just a couple of years ago. I just play a game, and if it was, you know, if it was a bit janky, well then it was a bit janky. Oh, we got a whole bunch of jazz in this album. This is a bit crazy. Wait, the quantum drive?
Stand by. Activating.
Rickman is here in the chat. Hello, Rickman. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're keeping well. Welcome to the darkness. Okay, should we make that a thing? You know, welcome to the darkness. Like Space Tomato has his welcome to the garden. I love that guy's branding. As a businessman, you know, I had my first business when I was 12. As an entrepreneur, you know, my whole life, his branding is on point. It's incredible. So, you know, his thing is welcome to the garden, right? He's got his whole background and his whole lore behind his... Oh, Jesus. Can you hear that? I thought we were being shot at. Welcome to the darkness. You're an idiot. Engage.
Engaging
Hi,
quantum
Viv.
drive.
Are we
Hold
getting
fast,
to
sir.
keep any ships we bought with the Stipend? This is... What are you doing? I have noticed I've been having some issues with quantum travel. Sometimes it'll turn me around and send me in the opposite direction. Look, I think that's there's the possibility of those people who got a ridiculous amount of money, like I did. You know, I got 77 million credits. I spent $53 million. I bought 20 plus ships. I'm going to lose those ships. That's almost guaranteed. But for those people who didn't buy 20 ships, maybe they bought 1, 2, maybe 3 ships. Maybe they bought an 890 jump. Maybe the jump might be taken away. You know, it's difficult to tell at this stage, but there's certainly a possibility. And they mentioned that. Let's just jump back in here just real quick while I figure out what's going on with the quantum drive. And they mentioned that here, the Stipend update here. If you head start, not enough to immediately acquire 10 ship fleet before your first bounty mission. So, you know, we will probably see some changes happening here, but I don't think they're going to be punishing people for buying ships. But if you're like me and you win on a massive shopping spree, yeah, I'm going to lose a bunch of those ships. What they use to determine which ships they wipe, or if they just wipe them all, it's hard to say. So yeah, it's an evolving situation. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Why can we not quantum jump? What's going on? I noticed when I was trying to get back to Siege of Orison during the event earlier this morning, I had all sorts of trouble trying to quantum jump. It kept on turning me around and sending me in the wrong direction. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it says they didn't want to go overboard. I'm more a casual gamer. I might do some streaming / videos though, and bump up my channel a bit. Well, the rig that I'm gaming on at the moment was originally intended. I bought it as an editing computer for the videos for my Knights of Dice channel. If you're into tabletop wargaming and you're looking for MDF model terrain, search us up, knightsofdice.com, or check us out on YouTube. Although it's incredibly, you know, quiet over there at the moment, youtube.com/Knights of Dice. Help me reach that 100 subscriber goal here on Crouch After Dark so I can unlock that custom URL. You get access to that when you get to 100 subscribers. I can change my channel name to youtube.com/Crouch After Dark. Where's our target? The underground. It is. It's an underground mission. What? This doesn't make sense. Target's location? He's underground. Crazy. All right, well, this radar lock, oh, here we go. Lights. The lights on the Hornet are ridiculous. It kind of has two lights on the side of it, and they kind of point outwards like a hammerhead. All right, well, we can go in on foot. So apparently me rabbiting on about turrets shooting at you and stuff is all ridiculous, right? Because apparently they're supposed to. There's only certain types of missions where the turrets won't shoot at you, and the other types of missions, they will. I think it's ridiculous. If I've been sent here on a mission, I should be able to approach without, having to worry about, being shot at. Deploy landing gear. See how its lights move out because they're connected to the wings? How much of a ridge is there here? All right, well, I was planning on doing, a bit of combat in this ship, but that's all right. We can run into this bunker and wreck this fool. Let's not land on that rock. That'd be a bad idea. Jack Stevens says, I wonder if CIG will work this into Kaya somehow. Kia? Lore somehow. Wonder if they'll work this into lore.
Go to it.
Thank you for letting us know. You've got to, darling, it's 10 o'clock. You've got to get ready for bed, all right? I'm going to do my parroting job by just saying, oh, what is this about, CIG? We had a polish pass. And all of this was fixed. Interessant. I wonder what's going on here. Every planet and every moon, or every moon at least, had a polish pass. I haven't seen it like this before. One of the other major changes they made here in 3.17.2 is the ability for them to do hot fixes on the servers. Where is the station gone? What? Oh, let's just run this way and see. So they implemented technology. It's so good to see all these, big pieces of core tech coming together. With this ability now to do server-side hotfixes, we can hopefully see some, server-side bugs and stuff being fixed and deployed live. Without the need for patch updates and all that sort of stuff, which means that during the patch cycle, there it is, it's just up ahead. I really need to get some new glasses. I'm thinking about getting contacts. I have a stigma in my right eye, so I have a little dot on my eye here. Everywhere I look, I can, something wrong with one of my pixels. But I've been thinking about getting contacts because apparently you can get contacts now for my stigmatism. Turret, just to have a couple of cheeky shots, hey? So I don't think they will build it into the lore. I think, you'll probably see some people write about it. Come on, really? What is the point of that? It's unnecessary. I think you'll see some people... These bloody bunkers. I think you'll see some people write up the lore stories. If you go onto the com link, there's a drop down on the left-hand side that allows you to choose the different types of articles that are posted on the com link. And under serialized fiction is where, all the lore, the community-made lore is posted. If you want to read up about the CIG's lore under com link, I think it's under dispatches. And a lot of the lore there in the serialized fiction is also written by CIG. So I don't think I don't think so. I don't think we'll see this dumpster fire written into lore. Just stop that. It's unnecessary. You can't hit that ship. It's behind a mountain. You're in the middle of a basin. And if you destroy that Hornet, I'm going to be upset. I'm kind of looking forward to, I can play it myself right now. It doesn't make for very entertaining stream content. Like hardcore survival mode. So if that turret for some reason does destroy my ship, how do I get off the planet, right? Without going into global chat and saying, can someone come and pick me up? Because, well, I don't know, maybe that could be a valid, maybe we do have that sort of communication in game, so to speak. The great UEC transfer bug of 2952 or something. Yeah. Look, I think someone will write about it for sure. Yoo-hoo. So the AI in these bunkers is somewhat improved. It's certainly far from being perfect, but you've got to be a little bit more attentive now. Where is that guy? Why did I not get a marker above his head? That guy in the grey armor. Oh, there he is. He's still up there. I haven't killed him yet. Scares the shit out of me because he is always the one that gets me. He is the most responsive of all the nine tails in these facilities. 1,000 credits for those two. Oh, they're firing at my ship. Pretty sure they're going to destroy it. You can hear that rumbling in the background. Woohoo! I'm kind of looking forward to my, I'd be quite happy if they were like, okay, well, those people who want to be wiped, let us know. I'll put my hand up. Simply, those bunkers. Simply because I want to have to collect all this stuff again. I've got 600 med pens. Just go to the... just go to the kiosk, buy, max, buy. Why wouldn't I? With 77 million, why wouldn't I just buy whatever I wanted? But it really defeats this is something, the bodies are already gone. They're despawning super, super quick. So if you want to loot stuff off the bodies, do it quickly. How many people know that you could buy tiger claws from Chubbies at Area 18? Not many. If you did know, let me know in the chat. Not a lot of people know that you can buy tiger claws from Chubbies. But I bought, I don't know, 68 of them. I can't be bothered. See, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. And that's a bad thing, right? We hit our mark. The ship's still there. Let's get out of here. You can smash turrets with guns and missiles. And then Jason the Bruce asks, question, if I shoot out turrets, will I get punished? I've seen a yes and no answer to that question. I've seen people say, no, you don't get crime stats for shooting turrets. And then, I've seen people say, I shot a turret and got a crime stat. So, I don't know, really. I've never... Dude, come on, really? I've never shot any of the turrets. Can't be bothered fighting them, Honestly, it's probably just easier to land and run in. Or, if you've got a ship and the dragonfly, like a Cutlass Black and the dragonfly, landing a bit further out and flying in on that thing, it's so much fun. I'm really disappointed about this. Because that totally breaks your immersion, right? Ridiculous. That had all been fixed. First time I've seen it. Maybe there's, again, I was saying earlier on, they've got the ability to roll out hotfixes, server-side hotfixes, without us having to patch the game. Maybe they've rolled a few things back or something, which is why the, AUEC is on pause. What have we got now? So we've earned 14 grand so far already from just this one mission. And according to the chat tonight, it's going to reset back to 20 grand. So, maybe something's been rolled back, and because all of this hoo-ha, I haven't seen it like this before. Max says, going to lurk, dude. Going to teach the boy how to pressure wash the deck. Woohoo! I absolutely need to do my decks. They're not looking great at all. They need to be cleaned, they need to be washed, and I need to restain them. And typically I get motivated to do that during winter, which is the worst possible time to do it. And then during summer, it just doesn't happen. And then winter comes around, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do the decks. Well, have fun. Get him to do most of the work. That's how you learn. Supervise, delegate. Are we getting closer to this ship, or what's going on? See, it's just so disappointing. But it says, you can smash turrets with guns and missiles. Then I went to Orison and got some arrow armor and a backpack. Then I got stuck in the hab with a bugged elevator. So I took it off and stored it, then backspaced to her L2. My armor is still at Orison. Jeez. Yeah. It's interesting. We'll see how things progress. Again, I've mentioned it. I'm going to mention it again. They have the ability now to do server-side hotfixing. So, which is new as far as I'm aware as of this patch. No, get out of the ship and turn that torch off. I don't like it on when you're in the ship. It creates reflections. Out we get. I scored some stuff today from my elder neighbor who won't be coming home since he's off to the nursing home soon. Yeah, that's sad to hear. Well, I hope you got some good loot. Old people loot can be cool sometimes. Torch. Turn that off. All right, so that's our first certification redone. So apparently, anything where you need to do these defend from minor threat or the assistance missions, protect site, trial contract, these ones that have friendly fire incidents, these ones are the ones that will never shoot at you. But if we're going in to clear out the site, right, this one here, we can kill every... we're not here looking to make headlines. No, so everybody here is a baddie, but there are some civilians that we can't kill. These ones will engage you. It just is frustrating, right? If you've never done a collect and deploy probe mission, I know it's only worth 2.5 grand, but they're super fun. They're super fun. Really, it's a great mission. Just wish it paid more. All right, Bounty Hunter. Let's get out of here. Let's just get out of here for the moment. Retract landing gear. So I've got my sticks, my dual thrustmasters finally screwed down onto my desk. I laser cut at work a replacement piece for my standing desk, which replaces the lower shelf where the keyboard sits. And when the desk goes up and down, that's where the keyboard sits. I designed up at work a replacement piece. I laser cut that. Thrustmaster had all the bolt positions in 1-to-1 scale on their website, so that was easy. I could just design around that. And they're bolted down now, so no more sort of sticks sliding around when things get a bit heated. Let's roll out into space for a bit while we just make sure. I think that was the only contract I needed to do. The only certification. Do we need to do some delivery ones? Yeah, let's do these ones here. So outside of going on a massive shopping spree, obviously need to go back through and redo all my certifications. I still have, as everybody does, their reputation. I'm super keen now, oh boy, for the service beacons. They don't seem to be very popular around ArtCorp, but if you go up, around Hurston, around Crusader, up around Microtech, the service beacons that pop up, the combat assistance missions, they start at around 1,500 credits, 2,000 credits, but they ramp up really quickly. There's 10 levels that you can unlock. It doesn't let you know which level you're at, but they start rocketing real quick. And I was doing, after 30 minutes of running those missions, I was doing contracts that were 50, 60, 70,000, and they'd take 5 minutes to finish. You go and protect somebody, kill this target, kill that target, protect this guy. And, you can do low threat combat assistance beacons. Once you've done a few of them, you can get low ones that pay you 30, 35 grand. Starstreams is here in the chat. Sup? How are you? I'm very well. We're napping about. We're talking about the dumpster fire that is the situation that we're all aware of, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days. And I'm just going through now. I did my big massive shopping spree. There's a link for Starstream's channel. I'm sure you all know who he is. But if you don't, and you want to learn from a rock mining master, and have some super fun, entertaining streams from somebody who's a very accomplished entertainer, go check out his channel. It's amazing. Want to team up and loot bounty harvest? I need rail guns. You can keep the rest. What now? Yeah. Why not? I was planning on just, unlocking all my, let me settle in. Let me unlock these bounties and stuff, these certifications. And then, if we're still here, we can jump in for sure. All right, let's head back. We're going to head back. We're going to change ships because we're going to go do some delivery missions. Oh, this might be a good chance to take out, the Avenger Titan. Which I might possibly lose. We will see what happens over the next coming days, and how the situation unfolds. I have no doubt I'm going to lose a bunch of stuff, and that's totally cool. I just hope it's not too bad for the major torque imbalance. Man, those turrets drive me crazy. Now, yeah, why not? We go there, bedlog, share a ship. Give me a minute. Give me 20 minutes, half an hour. If you're still around, I just want to unlock these missions here while we, have a bit of a chat. Unlock my certifications, and then, yeah, for sure, we can jump in. Maybe we can jump in my Discord or your Discord and turn off cruise control. Engage. I had so much fun last night running around with the Space Tomatoes crew, the GAI. It was my first proper real, multi-crew experience. I played multiplayer before and ran around with people, but that was like the proper first really long, prolonged, org event. We did all sorts of stuff during that stream. It was amazing. I'm really keen to do, we wanted to do like a PvP, one group versus the other group. We went to an outpost on Microtech that all of a sudden, ship after ship after ship started appearing. And so we took off out of there. We wanted to have our own private space and, not be hassled. We went up into space and fought over a Redeemer that one of the org members brought along. So they opened up the Redeemer and, one group was attack, one group was defend. It was amazing. And I was thinking that'd be so cool to do as an org activity, is get a bunch of big ships, an 890 jump, a Carrack, a Redeemer, a couple of big ships, and split up into two teams. And, basically, it's kind of like a manhunt. And you're flying in and out of ships, searching rooms. There's no one in here. Let's go to the next ship. Meanwhile, while you go to the next ship, another team has come on behind you, and you're chasing each other around, and that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Yeah, give me 20-30 minutes, Star, and if you're still around, we can jump in. Oh yeah, this ship is bouncing around a little bit. Boom, we're on the ground. Yeah, we're just going to work on making that faster. Anybody else see somebody zipping around here in the background? Where are we? It's behind us. What do I think is better, C8X or the 100i? Okay, they're both size 1 ships, so you can spawn them at vehicle pads at mining outposts and stuff like that. The 100i has a bed in it, so you can bed log on a 100i. Now, the Pisces doesn't. Both can carry cargo. In terms of box missions, the Pisces is a 8 SCU cargo capacity, and by cargo I mean being able to buy goods and stuff and sell it. It's got a cargo grid in it, whereas the 100i doesn't. It just has space for you to run box missions and stuff. They're both quick ships. They're both fast. The Pisces has 4 size 1 guns on it. The 100i, I think, only has 2 size 1 guns on it. I'm not 100% sure. Look, they're both very, very good ships. I love the Pisces. It handles well in atmosphere. It's fast. It's a lovely ship. It's easy to get in and out of. Although the 100i has those cool floating steps. Well, not floating steps, but like the collapsing steps that come out. It's quite low to the ground. So, if it hovers or something like that, it's fairly easy to get into. They're both very good ships. I love the Pisces. I do think I bought a 100i. Let's take the 100i. Let's do this. Let's stick this ship away. Hornet store. We can take him out now. We're going to go do some bug stuff while we do these certifications, and we'll just see. All right, so we'll take the 100 claim this. It's at Lawville. Okay, this shouldn't take long. I love the Pisces. It's super easy to get into and out of because it's got that hatchback for running things where you're looting stuff. You know, and I've used it for Jump Town before. You can just have the back down and just tractor beam stuff into it. Whereas the 300i on most of the Origins ships that I have, the doors close automatically. You can't keep the door open. Maybe that's an option in the menu where you can just say open door and it stays open. I'm not sure if you walk away from the ship, if it then closes. But being able to open the hatch on the Pisces and just throw stuff with a tractor beam into the back of it is amazing. Let's just spend the money. Origin. Oh, Star's only got an hour. Look, Star, I'd love to get together and do some stuff. But, you know, let me just run through the stuff tonight. I would love to get together. I operate at all hours. Yeah, I'd love to do some stuff together for sure. Hangar 3. Meta says, I was shooting up some server-speaking baddies, and one rammed my Inferno's big cannon and destroyed it. Then I tried to repair it at both Port Olisar and Orison, and it wouldn't give me the cannon back. Yeah, that sounds like a problem. No. That sounds like a problem. Look, when Spectrum's not on fire, it can be a good place to, you know, go and get information from people. CIG does hang out there as well. You do see their devs every now and then responding to people's comments and stuff. So head over to the community Spectrum. So here's the 300i. So let's get a good look. So we'll go into our over the shoulder view. We'll zoom out a little bit. We'll go up. And we'll use free look to look down. Now we can run around it. I love the Origin ships. The 300i and the 315p, they're both pledge ships that I had in my original pledge in 2013. They're just sexy looking ships. And whilst people say you can run, combat in the 300i, which you can, obviously it's not built for it. It's a luxury, vehicle. It's got the size 3 weapons on it. Hard points. It's got 3 size 3 hard points, and you can gimbal those. But this thing looks sweet. This thing looks sexy as hell. Look at this Origin swoosh on it. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's happening? It's interesting. You see these, how can we zoom into these little things here? The little silver ports on top of the wings. That's normally where you'd refuel a plane. Well, a smaller plane like a Cessna or something like that. Larger jets, they go in from underneath and lock in. On smaller planes, it's just a petrol cap that you can just pour into, and that's where you take your readings and stuff from. And sexy looking ship. Let's reset that view. So here's the door. Open the door. So let's see what happens, right? See those ladders? The little ladder folds down. So the door doesn't seem to be closing. We'll test this. Let's just take it out and test it. So you might be able to tractor parcels and stuff into it. I don't think it's got any sort of storage. Which one do I think is better? It's really tough to say. I've only ever used the Pisces, so let's take this and find out. I like these steps here, right? Again, it's super low to the ground. So if for some reason it does hover, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to jump into it. So it has a bed here. You can kind of see it's kind of just been placed there. It looks like an afterthought. It doesn't look sexy. It's certainly not appealing. It's kind of, this was probably some sort of part of, a ship sale program or something where you're like, you can get the 100i with a bed in it. It doesn't look good. It looks tacked on, and it kind of destroys the feel of it. But it's there. You can use it. You can log out, which is a considerable advantage over the Pisces. Look at this canopy, though. If we had our head tracking on, wow, that's great. Like most of the Origin ships, beneath you, you've got this big, beautiful dashboard, so it's hard to see underneath you. But, this moon roof here is great. Let's power up this ship. Let's go in and grab one of these box contracts. Excuse me. Kovalex. Let's go do this. Our evaluation mission. Let's go. Where are we going? To Lyria. And then we're dropping off on Walla. Okay, cool. So we get to fly around to a couple of different places. It's just one package. Picking up from a mining facility. So we can't use a tractor beam here. That's all good. Let's request some clearance. Jason's stranded on Lyria. And Star says we can do it another time. Yeah, let's do it another time. We'll jump onto onto Discord and sort something out. That'd be amazing. The problem with the 100i is the 300 series. The 300 series, they're great ships, but they're not size 1. So the 100i has an advantage over them in that being size 1, it can be spawned. Oh, wow, this is zippy. It can be spawned at mining outposts and on vehicle pads. The 300 series ships can't. Let's crank up our speed. The 300i also behaves like a camel in atmosphere. Or at least that's my experience. Sometimes it does what you want it to do, and other times you're just constantly fighting it. Not that I've ever fought a camel. Wow, even at full power, this thing turns on a coin. Wow. Okay. Let's get in the cockpit. Wow, okay. Okay. The boost is super nice on it. It handles really nicely. I'd need to take this up to, Microtech or somewhere else, but this ship... We're dead. That boost is nice. Wow. All right. All right. Well, you kind of expect that from an Origin ship. Although, having said that, the 300i behaves like a camel. All right, this thing is amazing. Okay, let's get out of here. Who else needs a new flight suit? Let's get out of the atmosphere. All right, we're not, it's not incredibly quick. I'd say the Pisces is faster. We'll see what our top speed gets to once we get out of here. Let's jump out and we'll drop out partway through. Let's drop out here. We'll just let this ramp up to its top speed because the Pisces is quick. Okay, so this is capping out at around 1,000. It's capped out at 1,000. The Pisces rocks out to, 1,100 something, 1,160 or something. So the Pisces is faster. But this handles really nicely. All right, let's go. We'll see. Obviously, we don't have the cargo capacity that the Pisces has. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Bonnie? Darling? It's time for bed. It's 10:30, sweetheart. Yes, yeah. Come and say goodnight to the stream. Humble Monk has joined us in the chat. What's up, man? We are in 317.2. We've been talking about the situation.
Don't do anything to.
Don't do anything to your computer. What has she been doing on her computer? She's been shopping.
Don't do it.
Putting together shopping lists.
Don't do anything to it. It's taken me a long time to.
She got some friends' birthdays coming up. Charlotte's birthday's coming up in October.
I've got that.
You gonna say goodbye to chat?
Bye.
So we've been talking about the situation. Let me just close up this door. With the AUEC, it is Saturday night. I'm in my dressing gown. We've got our comfy pants on. My name is Viv. Welcome to Crouch After Dark. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend so far. Or if it's just starting for some people, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Mine's halfway done. And we're here playing some Star Citizens. We've been talking about the situation with the stipend that they sent. We've been talking about, the possibility of them taking away ships from people who, like me, spent 53 million and bought a whole bunch of stuff. I can expect to lose most of that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days. Rickman says, I just checked in game. I've kept the couple of ships I bought. I don't think you'll lose a couple of ships, but lost 100k. I call that a result. Yep, indeed. Thanks for the tip, Starstreams. What was Starstreams talking about? Did I miss something? Jason the Bruce is stranded on Lyria. Hey, Jason the Bruce, are you still there? Hope you got a lift. Oh, the credits reverse situation. Yes, the credit reverse situation. I had happened last night when I was playing, but I got my C2. If it's gone, oh well, yeah. I was, I mentioned before, I was really looking forward. Let's turn this off. Wow, so on a planet with, whoa. Oh, did you hear that groan? Hear that? The ship's drifting. Uh-oh, we're going to pass out. I never fly in decoupled mode. But if you want to go drifting, decoupled is what you want. This ship is nice. It drifts a lot. Hey, what are you doing here?
No, it's gone.
It's covered up.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at it tomorrow. What's that, Bonnie? It drifts a little, but it handles really nicely. Play landing gear. We're probably let's go on the small pad. We don't need to be on the big one. It's inconsiderate. All right, let's get on the ground. Well, I'm still having that perception issue between where the ship is in space, how far it is off the ground, and, where it comes down. Oh. Oh, the stream last night from Starstreams. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I didn't catch his stream, unfortunately. Oh, this is the thing, right? When you follow a couple of different streamers and, people are streaming at the same time, you've got to pick and choose. Like I love Keenan's channel over at Space Tomato. It's just very easy to listen to. He's really, passionate about the game. He follows the development very, very closely. I should have parked over here, man. Which building is it in? This one. And so, a couple of weeks ago, Morphologist and Level Cap was streaming. Their big chat and, two huge channels. Level Cap, not really as, all over the game as Morphologist is. It's not really his bag. His audience, and if you look at his channel, is more significantly coming from the FPS and the Battlefield and all that sort of stuff, games. And then I noticed that Space Tomato was streaming as well, and I was like, no, I've got to say goodbye to Morphologist and Level Cap and go hang out with Keenan because, he's just, I love his channel. It was great. It was great being able to hang out with those guys, and I'm looking forward to getting involved and doing more things with those guys. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days with them, wiping ships from clowns like me who got, massive amounts of money, spent massive amounts of money. It is a sexy looking ship. Okay, so the door is open. On the 300i, it closes. So I got my box. I can just walk straight in now. Dump it on the bed. Close up my door. Oh, that's nice. So in the 300i, you can't get in the seat until the door is closed, which is super annoying. I'm liking this little ship so far. I think if you wanted to run my immediate first impressions just after picking up this box is that if you just wanted to run box missions and have a nice little run around, little daily driver, a size 1 ship that you can spawn at vehicle outposts and stuff like that, and you didn't want to run cargo, oh, this thing. It's nimble, it's quick, it's responsive like the Pisces. You can see how many G's it's pushing out. Activate the quantum drive. If you just wanted the ship to run around as a daily driver to run some box missions in, you'd fit 3 boxes in here, no problem. Engage. That looks sexy. That feels sexy. I'm flying with sticks, so, but I can't imagine the experience would be too much different with a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, I'd really consider the 100i. Mostly because it's got the bed. And being able to bed log. You don't know if anyone's accepted the beacon. Shall we go rescue Jason? Because we can do that because we have a bed. A humble monk, I logged in 3 times to confirm it was gone, but I got myself a blade and a C2. My question is this. Did you take apart the left stick to adjust the grips for ambidextrous for the Thrustmaster? No, the Thrustmaster comes with a left and right option. You can buy the dual package and it's already pre-configured, but when you buy a Thrustmaster, it comes with the plastic components to, swap them over. But if you buy the dual package, then it's already done for you by default. But the components are in there to swap them over if you want. You could make 2 left sticks, 2 right sticks. Let's get Jason out of grief. Yeah, let's rescue him, says chat. All right, sweet. Let's drop off this package. We jump in our bed, which we couldn't do in a Pisces, and we'll go rescue Jason. I'll have to take it apart. Okay, yeah. If you buy this a single Thrustmaster and then you buy another one, normally I think by default they're all right-hand configurations, but they give you the plastic parts. They should give you the plastic parts to you know, convert it to a left stick. Change view. Let's go. Love the sound this little ship makes. Lights. Okay, we'll see what it's like when we get there. Change view. Wish there was a dashboard indicator which tells you if your lights are on. Oh boy, okay. The lights are definitely on. Holy crapoly! Change view. Change view. What the fuck? This ship is amazing. I don't think the lights on the Pisces are even this good. What the hell? Oh, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I wonder what it's like in combat. I don't know what size weapons it has. Have we deployed the landing gear too? That'd be good to check. We haven't. It's responsive too. You know, we were coming down quick, then I let go of the stick and it eased up pretty quickly. This ship is amazing. Oh God, I wish I didn't do this because now I want to go to the pledge store and buy it because they're going to take it away from me. You can buy it in game super easy. Okay. Pisces are a 100i. If you don't want to run cargo, and you know, why would you do that with 8 SCU anyway? Run. If you didn't want to run cargo or take advantage of that 8 SCU, I know some people like to multitask. Like you can buy things from these outposts and take them to other places and sell them. So, you know, when you're doing a package drop off like this, you could buy 8 SCU of something and take it somewhere else to the next destination, wherever you're going to get your next mission and sell that stuff. And if you didn't want to do that, I'd get the 100i. Jason, this is the 100i. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Stop. It has size 2 at best weapons. Okay. Well, the Pisces only has size 1s. Are they gimbaled? I don't know what its hard points are like. Just checked, and the 125 is the fast one. The 100 series have 2 size 2 weapons. Okay. Are those size 2 hard points? I'm assuming they would be. So if you gimbaled them, you'd end up with 2 size 1 weapons. Can you gimbal a size 2 hard point? I don't think you can, because you'd go from the size 2 to the size 1 for the gimbals. And then normally you drop a size again. Whoa, okay, that's interesting. For your weapons. Oh. Let me in the ship. What's going on? Oh, you keep throwing me out. It's just rude. All right. I wonder if... I'm pretty sure... Oh, we'll check. Let's go. Let's log out to menu. Yeah, it's not much of a drop from size 2 to size 1. What? The server is full. No, Jason! Oh! It doesn't immediately say server is full here. Can we get in by brute force? No, I cannot join server full. There was a spot there, but we missed it. Oh, dear. A rescue mission right now would be amazing. Sorry, Jason. It's... Oh, we're on our way! We're on our way! It says 66 of 88. That's, from my understanding, that's 66 people of the 81 people online who are in global chat at the time you're checking. The rest of those people are in party chat or stuff like that. They need a search function here. It's ridiculous, especially with the larger player caps. All right, sending a party invitation. Actually, I should probably give you a little bit of notice because of the party lag. There we go. Let's go. Let's close that. So we're running a rescue mission in a 100i. Activate the quantum drive. Next to the atmosphere. Let's go. So this is a nice little ship. Honestly, I'm thinking this might replace my Pisces as a runaround. The Pisces has 4 size 1s on it. And I've fought against Gladiuses in a Pisces who've combat logged on me. So it'll be interesting to see, right? Engage. But yeah, just having the bed, you can, well, this is a classic example, right? Of being able to bed log and you know, come back on in this case where, you know, running a rescue mission, but you know, you might want to, you could run a looting missions in this. The Pisces, you can fit big 2 SCU containers and stuff in. So for looting missions where you want to, you know, create those big 2 SCU boxes by, you know, destroying, you know, ships with stuff in them. The Pisces would be better. It's tough to say because they've both got their purpose, right? Again, if you're hauling cargo and stuff. What? If you want to haul cargo, the Pisces might be better. If you want a cool daily driver that looks sexy. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Sorry, Jason. Maybe don't get the 100i. Maybe the server is 30k. Maybe I've 30k. What is chat saying? Oh yeah, I 30k. I can't open the chat. That's why I love my Titan has 3 size 3s. Yeah, yeah. And we can see we've got that graphical glitch on the screen. You've left the channel Origin 100i. I can't dismiss that message. I can't open the chat. We can get a weapon out. We can fire some shots off. Oh, look at that shell! Where'd it go? Oh, that's amazing! Okay. Yeah. Okay, okay. Now I can't close this screen. Nope. Okay. If we try and EVA down there, it's going to take us 4.5 years. Well, that's frustrating. I've never had that happen before where the ship has despawned while I've been inside it. Amazing. Star Citizen, you never fail to impress. I think I'm going to have to abandon it, Jason. It was showing you online. Yeah, weird. We'll try a couple more times. I'd love to do the rescue right now. That'd be amazing. It's so good to see these massive servers. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, oh, 75 of 77. We're in. We're in. I was going to pay you and everything. I'm coming back. I don't need the money. I'm here for the experience. This is the issue with the beacon system too. Especially medical rescues and stuff like that. I think until the reputation system is properly in place, and we're starting to see that now with the introduction of the service beacons, version 2 service beacons. That's been in the PTU testing and has been rolled out now, and the first deployment of that is the combat assistance missions. Hi, Special Agent Dooley. All right, Jason, sit tight, man. Raid one of those boxes for something to drink and a meal bar. I'll be there in a minute. No! It's almost as bad as missing a train. Go away, chat. So let's get downstairs. So here in your contract manager now, you'll see this view contract ratings. This has always been there, but it works now for the combat assistance missions, the one at the top there. So as you do the service beacons in your contract manager, they'll pop up under the service beacons menu. When you do those missions, you'll start earning a star rating. Excuse me. And at the moment, that is only working, at least from my understanding, for the NPC combat assistance missions, where at the end of that mission, they will rate you and you will rate them. Now, those missions, you can be ambushed, right? Just like a player, you know, the NPC might call out, "Help, I'm being attacked by pirates." And when you rock up there, he's not being attacked by a pirate. He is a pirate and he's got 2 friends with him. So from that perspective, that, what's it called? It's not reputation. It's your rating. Well, I guess it's your reputation. Allows you to know when you put a beacon out, if it allows other people to know how valid is that beacon, or is this guy just going to gank me? Because if you keep on getting negative reputation, if you put out a beacon, someone comes and you gank them, and then they rate you badly, was it a good or bad? Good or bad? You know, left bracket, right bracket. And you put, you know, it prevents you from being able to ambush people like that. So when someone puts a beacon out, they can see, what is this guy's rating? And, you know, is it worthwhile me going to pick him up? And vice versa, right? You know, if you put a beacon out and someone accepts it who's got a 2-star rating, then you can like, nope, cancel that. See you later. I'm not going to accept it. So lots of exciting things coming. The possibilities, you know, it's a great time for Star Citizen right now. We're still many, many years away from the game being fully fleshed out, fully realized, you know, as bug-free as any game really can be. But to see these big pieces of tech come together is amazing. The next year is going to be really interesting with the persistent entity streaming, PES, which is coming in 3.18, the cargo refractor, which is coming in 3.18, and then the first static server meshing might come in 3.18, but more likely with 4.0. It's really, really exciting. Or they accept it and never even try and come and get you yet. Or they accept a mission that's 53 million kilometers away and then everybody's waiting for 20 minutes. So Jason, why, this is an interesting question, right? Why have you not just logged off and logged back on? Have you got valuable cargo? Is there something there that you want or need? Or are you, you know, playing hardcore, so to speak? Won't I die? Not if you log off. If you log off and log back on, just like I did, you wake up at your home base or the place where you last landed. If it's a spaceport. But we'll come and get you. It's down here. Let's go in the 100i. Because then there's one more certification for box deliveries that we need to do. And we're done with our certifications, I think. No, you can log off anywhere you want. And this is, you know, this is part of what PES is about. Hangar 03. So persistent entity streaming. If you're not familiar with what that is, it basically allows every entity. So right now, if we go in here, R tab, display 1, enter. And we turn that off. You can see right now around me, there's 50,000 entities around me. And those entities are all this stuff, right? All of this stuff, lights, buttons. You know, if this wall panel is made up of multiple pieces, these are all different entities. what I in SketchUp would call components. The PES allows those entities to be persistent. Hanger 3. So obviously these walls are always here, right? These nuts are always here. But if I drop something on the ground and log back in tomorrow, it's not going to be there, right? But persistent entity streaming allows all of these entities to persist across all the servers. We need server meshing for this to work, which is why they're coming together. So that once that is in place, if you log off at a mining facility on the landing pad, standing there, you will log back on, just like you would in most other MMOs, on that landing pad. Now we don't have that at the moment because there's no server shards, there's no server meshing. You know, if I log off from here, I log back on to a different server. Those two servers aren't talking to each other. They're not meshed together. So static server meshing and dynamic server meshing, you know, they're almost the same thing, except dynamic server meshing allows the mesh to scale. You know, if you went and bought a bag of onions in one of those mesh bags, it's quite small, right? But you can stretch that mesh bag out and pack it full of more stuff. So static server meshing is a fixed size, right? It can't scale. Whereas dynamic server meshing, it will scale depending on the load. And if, for example, if we ever, you know, when capital ships are released, if we're in an Idris with 70 other players, that will be its own server shard. And the other ships around us will be their own server shards, and they're all talking to each other. So if I drop something on the ground or I get stranded like Jason and I'm stuck out in space and I try to log off and log back on, I'm just going to log back on into space. But right now, if you just log off, you just log back on at the last port you landed at. Looking at it, no, I guess I don't need to worry about losing anything. Now, this is a cool, fun little rescue mission. Let's go. So we should still be in the same party. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. I don't think that's set up a point. Just before actually this rescue mission got kicked off, was that, you know, I'd like to play in hardcore mode. And when server meshing and PES is around, it will essentially be hard mode because I can't do what I just did just then. If I got stranded in space like that, I am literally stranded in space. And I have to call someone to come and help me, which is troublesome at the moment because of the issues that we spoke about just before with the reputation and stuff. So, you know, this is why I said before, it's an exciting time because all these pieces of core tech, and it's interesting that we're still talking about core tech after 10 years, are slowly coming together. Things are folding into each other. While we're on this screen and we have no music, this is rescue mission music. Maybe we'll run into a pirate or something. All right, we can't jump from where we are. Let's look for. Where's Baijini? Oh, that'll do. That'll do. OM6. Oh, we can jump from here. What's going on? Let's go. It's only concerned about losing everything, but you're right, it's not a huge deal. Well, you know, not right. Right now, it's not a huge deal, but it could be. It will be a huge deal. Being stranded like this is something that, you know, you're going to have to navigate. But we need those facilities in-game to be able to determine, is the guy who's coming to rescue me actually coming to help me or just kill me and take my stuff? What's going on? this map. Where are the locations? Elsewhere. Let's go. Randy says, but the core tech of just a few years ago is not the core tech of today. No. And this is part of, I think, a lot of people's grievances with the development of this program is, you know, and I think it was Keenan who said it the other day, you know, where, you know, it's like trying to drive a car while you're still, you know, building it. And as you're building it, you know, you're doing different things with that vehicle. And like this 300i and the Pisces, you know, what are you doing with that vehicle? You know, it started off as a, you know, a casual daily driver, and, you know, then eventually it needed to become a four-wheel drive. And so the requirements changed. Okay, we need different suspension, you know, we need a different chassis. And now we need different wheels. Oh, hang on, wait, it's a racing car now, so now we need better aerodynamics. They're having to redo things over and over and over again, which is, you know... What? Radar lock? Which is what people are frustrated about, right? And I love Keenan's channel because of that. He goes through a whole... Whoa, okay. He goes through a whole bunch of the older videos. Whoa. Really? Well, those guns are really going at it, aren't they? Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear being deployed for touchdown, Commander.
Change view. Alright, let's not land on Jason. That'd be a terrible idea. Where are we going, Jason? Where do you want to get dropped off to? G'day, mate. How are you? That's it. Head to Port Olisar to do more bounties. Oh, shit. This ship is quick. To talk is the numpad, the plus button on the numpad in game. I've bound mine to the tab key because it's easier when I'm running around. There we go. I can hear you.
Testing.
That works fine.
Just close to support. Realistically, Area 18 is probably the best. I just said shipping.
All right, we'll get back to Area 18. Sounds good. That's Lyria. I'm really liking this ship. As a daily driver, which is predominantly what I use the Pisces for, this thing is incredible. We're going to need a little bit of altitude to make a jump. 1,000 meters would be fine. Wow. Honestly, I can see myself switching up, but runabout sort of stuff for the 100i. It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say. Well, there we go. There's 40 minutes on the Pisces versus the 100i. Engage.
Engaging quantum drive. Hold fast, sir.
I like the 315p.
I just want to point out, on the actual screen for me, you're not sitting in your chair, you're sitting behind the chair on the
That's amazing. Take a screenshot, put it up on Discord. So I don't know if you heard what Jason just said just then. The audio levels might be clashing. But he was saying, according to his view, I'm not actually sitting in the chair. I'm sitting on the ground behind it. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear being deployed for touchdown, Commander.
Thank you.
Contact landing services.
Acknowledged. CLS has been contacted.
Where are we going?
Awaiting
Please proceed
confirmation.
to assigned landing bay.
Change view. This road underneath here is so annoying. If you get too close to it, it doesn't like it at all. Change view. No, hang on one. Change view. This is risky like this, Viv. My depth perception is super bad. Welcome to Area 18.
Everybody that's on the chat can be subscribing and they can't be
Thanks, mate. You take care. There, Jason. Thanks, mate. Alright, we'll let Jason run off and do his thing. And we'll do our last box certification. Delivery pilot for Kovalex. I have a delivery I need taken care of. The order is waiting at Stipend on Lyria to be taken to Arkel 3. Okay, cool. Let's do that. And then that's my certifications done. We don't need, there's no other certifications for any of these things. There's the Siege of Orison event. That's running at the moment. 24 hours back to back continuously. We need to do this tracker training permit certification. This doesn't look like a certification. Delivery pilot for Kovalex. I don't think this is a certification because all these other missions have now unlocked for us. So I think the only other one that I need to do now is this trucker training permit. So let's change ships and we'll do that. Thank you, Jason. I do appreciate it. I know that you couldn't hear me, but I told you all to subscribe. Yes, if you haven't, a little bit of admin. Welcome to Crouch After Dark. I stream 3 days a week here on YouTube. Mondays at 9 p.m. Wednesdays at 11 a.m. And again here on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. My name is Viv. Welcome. If you are enjoying the stream, click the like button. It certainly helps YouTube let other people know about my channel. We're pushing at the moment to 100 subscribers, even though my subscriber goal widget on the screen there doesn't seem to be working properly. Thank you, Stream Elements. You've been on point lately. Got go ahead and click the subscribe button if you're interested in being notified. Click the bell icon too. I've got another video coming out on Monday. The third part of A Gift for Bubba, my audio recording of that short lore story. You can find the parts 1 and part 2 on the channel already. Super fun to do. As I mentioned earlier on in the stream, so these medical beacons and stuff that are popping up, they're all part of the new service beacons V2, so you should actually be earning reputation when you accept those.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
As I said earlier, I love listening to Jonathan Keeble, the audiobooks on Amazon. I love the Go Trek and Felix series that he's did for Games Workshop or Black Library. I'm currently listening to The Last Kingdom by I can't remember his name now, the author. Anyway, he does a great accent in that book. And so, I'm far from being a professional narrator, but I do love it. I love reading to Charlotte in a character voice. This one we need a Hornet for.
Vehicle selected.
And so those are good fun to do. So part 3 has been done on Monday. Looking forward to it. I want to find out how the story ends.
Vehicle has been delivered to the following
Let's see.
locations. Visited again.
So if you are interested in some cool content, it's all Star Citizen related. It will probably only be Star Citizen related. I'm not a huge, I'm not a variety gamer. I pick something and I'll play it to death. And right now, Star Citizen has enough in it for me to be, happy and content. You also sent me 15k. Oh, that's very nice, man. Yeah, it didn't even give me a notification that I'd received funds. Well, that's very nice. Very nice of you. That was unnecessary, but very, very, kind of you. Thank you, Jason. Campaign Terrain has joined us in the chat with a hand clap. How are you? I hope you are keeping well. Just above that in the chat, Meta says, what made me laugh today? When I spawned in Lawville, I noticed a modern microwave oven bolted to the wall and the same kind of coffee machine that's in 100 million households the world over. Yeah, 900 years from now, we're still using the same microwaves. 900 years from now, we're still using plastic water bottles. You know what I saw a couple of months ago on YouTube? I think it was on YouTube. Was like these water balloons that you just pop the whole thing in your mouth, and the skin of the water balloon, obviously it's holding the water in there. It's like a bubble, but that bursts and just dissolves in your mouth. And you just pick them out of the container and whoop. Retract the landing gear. Oh, hang on a second.
Landing gear systems engaged.
We got a torque imbalance. Oh, we took our landing gear down. They might complain now if I land back down here. You're blocking an active flight path. Whoa. Old folks still throw their bottles on the ground. Yeah. We're doomed. We are doomed. Repairs are in progress. There we go. Ship is repaired. Let's go. Whoa, shit. Retract the landing gear.
Understood. Landing gear systems engaged.
Change view. I love this paint scheme. And you can put a nose turret on the F7C. Right now it's got a size 3 laser repeater on the front. But you can put a nose cannon, a nose turret on there and put 2 size 1 little pop shooters on there. And that nose turret is white, which is part of the reason I bought this skin here. Is you know, I didn't like how that white nose turret looked against the metal, the polished metal of the stock skin. All right, our contract manager, our bounty hunter, our certification. We've got to go get this very low risk target at Hurston. Okay, all right. If that's where we're going, we're off to Hurston. Go, update it. I've noticed this has been a bit of an issue, you know, with accepting missions lately. Mercenary, call to arms. Is there a trial contract there too? Mercenary? It's like trial contract. Weird. Why are you giving me this when I already have them unlocked? Activate the quantum drive.
Acknowledged. I am activating the quantum drive now, sir.
Wow, this guy's out there. I don't know why it's giving me a target so far away. It's not normally like this. Engage.
Engaging quantum drive. Hold fast, sir.
But this is for the Bounty Hunters Guild, right? So they can send you wherever you want. This stuff here. Water bubbles sound like huge bubba. You cannot throw a water bottle out of the side of the cutty into the padder outposts, but you can walk down the ramp and drop them there. Amazing. Well, you know, that might change with persistent entity streaming, right? Because that water bottle, and you know, this will be interesting to see what happens and how they handle rubbish. You know, how are they going to handle people throwing, you know, water bottles and stuff everywhere? Are they just going to stay there forever and we're going to fill up this virtual world with rubbish? How are they going to choose what despawns and how quickly it despawns and when things despawn? Because, you know, Chris Roberts, he was saying, you know, if you want to run out into the forest and, you know, stash some guns out there and come back 2 weeks later, those guns will still be there. What happens if I've stashed guns and a bunch of rubbish? You know, when does the rubbish despawn? Your spaceship has very large air intakes. Well, it operates in atmosphere as well, right? You know, it's not just a spaceship. This can fight in atmosphere, and in atmosphere it's going to need air. Maybe they're speakers. I'm coming for you. So right now the Hornet has 3 size 3 repeaters on it and 2 size 2 repeaters on it. I don't think I've got any cannons on this. Although maybe I think, yeah, they look like repeaters to me. They're all repeaters. Yep. I thought I might have put 2 size 2 cannons on it. The cannons give that extra power to punch through shields, while the repeaters give you that, you know, prolonged and sustained damage. Being faster than the cannons. Oh, this cold, man. I'm at the tail end of it. My nose has been all stuffy and blocked. My cups of tea. All right, I'm going to be back in a second. I'm going to put the kettle on. I'll leave you here in Quantum. I'll be back shortly. Feel free to like and subscribe. Alrighty. What is going on? Are we still in quantum? What's happening? I should have. Let's close the door. I should have upgraded the quantum drives on my ships. Oh, okay. Oops. Let's turn it off. Hey, did anyone else just notice just then? Have I spent money on something? I swear after Jason very kindly sent us some money, we had 53,000. Oh yeah, repairs and fuel and stuff. Where is he? What's going on with the map today? Crazy. I should have upgraded the quantum drives and stuff. I've never really looked at a lot of that before, but you know, during Space Tomato's stream last night, one of the other guys were there was saying, you know, he's cut his travel times down in one of his ships from 10 minutes to 3. So, but now I can get my grind on, right? I can put a nice quantum drive in this. I've upgraded the engine, the power plant, because I need that for the turret. But not the quantum drive. But now I can get my grind on. Now they've taken all my money away. Even if they take all my other ships, I'm happy with the pledged ships that I've got. I can get my grind on, and the game, you know, it feels like it has some real purpose. I don't know why I can't jump to this guy's location. Let's jump to Grim. I can't even jump to Yella? It's crazy talk. Absolute crazy talk. Alright. Now, Charlotte had some friends over today. And they had donuts, hedgehog muffins, this little bread thing. Now we have some stream snacks. I want a star map, not a quantum overlay blurring everything too. Yeah, 100%. There is actually an update for the star map coming at some stage. Okay, so this guy's on the other side. And trying to get to him now that we're this close is going to be annoying. It's Arkel 3. It's quite high in the sky. There we go. One of these will do. Comma ray. Let's go to that to this orbital marker here. Nope. Stay on OM3. Stay on target. Stay on target. Engage. Engage.
Hold fast, sir. Engaging
I'm
quantum.
holding fast. You don't like the new overlay? There is no new overlay. It's the same one we've had for ages. Can I set it from here now? This is just annoying. Okay, let's go to yellow. Engage.
Engaging quantum drive. Hold fast, sir.
Campaign Terrain has been following me for a long time on different channels here on YouTube, on my Rubbish In, Rubbish Out channel, which I started in 2009. It's all about tabletop gaming and scenery, making scenery for tabletop games, and then he's followed me over at my business, Knights of Dice, and he's followed me over here to Crouch After Dark. I don't think he plays Star Citizen. He's just a massive supporter who's been supporting me for a long time. I've been so unbelievably blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative of the wonderful communities I've been involved in here on YouTube since 2006, when YouTube was a baby. I still remember the old interface. Missed some of its features. Apparently we might be getting video responses back. God, YouTube in the days of video responses was amazing. Apparently they might be coming back. Crazy talk. That was a rabbit hole on YouTube where you could watch a video and then underneath it would be video responses. So people could write comments or they could post a video response. And then you'd watch that video response, and then that video response would show you the video it was a response to, and the responses to that video. And then you just go on a proper rabbit hole. Now they have the whole, obviously it's changed in the 20 years or however long it's been, 15 years or whatever. But they have the whole recommended system now, and YouTube as we know it, right? All right, let's get in. Can we jump into an asteroid field? No, we're too close. All right, let's get in there. We're going very fast in this asteroid field. Oi, what the fuck? Did we hit something? Why did we just suddenly turn to the right like that? Lock target.
Acknowledged.
It's a long way away. Decoys?
Certainly, Commander.
Decoys?
Decoys deployed.
Alright, so now we can get into this combat properly. Whoa! He's in a Gladius. That's not a Gladius. We get super short bursts with this weapon. Right, where's the other guy? Out this way. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Alright, awarded 500 AUEC, but that's now unlocked the rest of our... I can't believe we had to come all the way out here to Crusader to do this. Actually, this might be a good time to check the service beacons, right? They pop up here under something called service beacons. Right, we can do other delivery contracts here now for Finish Kovalex delivery. No. Ling family. Be aware when you're accepting these contracts, if you are interested in the reputation grind, that a lot of these organizations here, Kovalex doesn't have any rivals. But obviously, you know, Crusader has a massive rivalry with Nine Tails. Blackjack has a rivalry with the North Rock Security Group. Hurston Security has a rivalry with the Workers' Party. It's so amazing. So, you know, be aware that, you know, if you want to do missions for everybody, it's going to really slow down your reputation, because as it goes back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Rightio. Mercenary. Okay, this security work assessment is for Crusader. Not really interested in these guys. I'm on my Art Corp grind down here. For Blackjack, I want to get my level 5 lead security contractor. We need to do a lot more bounty hunting work, which comes from the bounty hunter menu, obviously. The other one, the security work, comes from Mercenary, which I do a lot of. We've done a lot of bunkers. But the bounty hunting I haven't really been doing a great deal of, so we've got to get back on that grind. Blackjack bounty trial contract. The hell is this about? Going back to Lyria, your qualification looks good on paper, but before we make anything official, Blackjack needs to see how you perform in the field firsthand. Even got a test case all lined up. We want you to sort out Leonardo Anello. They were last seen elsewhere on Lyria. Should be fairly straightforward bounty without too much resistance. That's where we did this. It won't show me my history because we server hopped. Oh, and we server hopped and I still had my money. Right? We server hopped and I still kept my money. Alright. What? People don't play Star Citizen? I think there's a few people who tune in here at Crouch After Dark who have, you know, told me in the past when I've been having, you know, existential crises on YouTube about my channel and the lack of content and, you know, all that sort of stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, Viv, we don't care what you're doing. We're just here to watch. We're here to support you. So I think there's probably a few people here like that. And with your luck, every time you come out here, you quantum into an asteroid. I'm super confused about this Blackjack bounty trial contract. It's annoying because now we got to fly all the way back across to the other side of the system. Oh well, that's what we do here in Star Citizen. We spend 20% of our time, well, actually more than that, 35% of our time flying around. We need to get somewhere where we can refuel. Let's go to Crusader. Let's go to Port Olisar. Activate the quantum drive.
Certainly, Commander. QD
Weapon lock.
activated.
Weapon lock. No, we need to bounce here first. So once I get all of these unlocked, then we can really get on with our grind properly. Really keen to go mining in the mole that I bought. Engage.
Hold fast, sir. Engaging quantum drive.
I pledged for the Prospector because, you know, I want to have that ship. But I bought the mole with the stupid money they gave us. The stupid amounts of money. So if they take it away from me, they take it away from me. That's fine. I don't really mind. But I bought that to be able to provide, you know, support to the GAI org, the Space Tomatoes org, the Galactic... God. I don't know what it's called. The Garden Intergalactic Initiative, I think it's called. A cool backstory too, with the lore that they've written for it and stuff. Why are we... Oh, we're going to Port Olisar first, that's right. Engage. Thank you, Campaign Terrain, for hanging out with me. Hope you have a great day, mate. Deactivate the quantum drive.
Of course, Commander.
Contact landing services.
Understood, Commander. Request has been submitted to landing
Please
services.
proceed to sign
Deploy the landing gear.
Yes, Commander. Landing gear is being deployed.
I can never know. I can never remember here on... It looks like we're the right way up. We're coming down to the pads here. Or if we're upside down and the pads are on the other side. No, it looks like they're here. Bench view. Right, engine's off. Let's refuel. Bit of vehicle maintenance, and then we'll boot all the way back again. Oh god, to the other side of the system. So I want to stick with my ArcCorp grind, and then once I've maxed that out, then I'll move to Hurston. Then I'll do Hurston, and then I'll probably go up to Microtech and stick on that, you know, the eastern board of Danton. Shots have been fired. There's always gunfire here at Port Olisar. Even from Port Olisar we can't set a point? What's going on? This is super weird. Never seen it this bad before. Where are we? Yeah, that's a straight line. We're not quantuming through any planets or anything. Why can't I map a point there? I've never experienced this. Well, not a great deal at least anyway, but I've... Crew L4? I can't even jump there. What the hell, man? I guess we're doing this all manually. Let's not crash into that turret. That'd be a bad idea. Activate the quantum drive.
Certainly, Commander. QD activated.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Really? Don't want to go to Selwyn. Don't understand what's going on. That's a super weird. I had some QT mapping issues around Port Olisar today. I just got off the pad and then into space and mapped it. Kidding me. Ridiculous. You know, I love Star Citizen and its weird little glitches. Most of the time, like this, there's some sort of weird workaround. There she blows. It's frustrating, but you know, once you know those workarounds and if you can come to terms with them, then, you know, it's not too bad. Weird bread roll thing. Brownie. Cinnamon donut. Cinnamon donut. Stream snacks. We got some stream snacks going on. Stream snacks, cups of tea. I hope everybody is well. Loads of these medical rescues going on because of Siege of Orison. If you just wanted to be a medic there, you could clean up. There's obviously a lot of people there in groups. And obviously if someone in your group goes down, you can see that and you can go across and, you know, pick them up. But there's lots and lots and lots of people who aren't in groups and they're running solo and they want to check out Siege of Orison. And, you know, they go down. Nobody can see that. There's no marker on anyone's map or anything like that. And so they put those beacons out. They want to finish the mission, right? It's worth 180,000 plus 500 credits for each bad guy you kill. And they're constantly spawning. You're just racking up the credits. And so people will pay the 15 grand to get, you know, healed and brought back up. I'm really looking forward to proper, really good medical gameplay. For example, right now, if you get a tier 3 injury, the only way you can fix that is in a hospital bed. Either in a hospital, on the Carrack, or the 890 jump. You can take people with a tier 1 or a tier 2 injury and heal them up on a bed in a Cutlass Red, but you can't heal a tier 3. I would love to see a medic profession that allows people to heal people with a tier 3, but you need to grind to that level. It's not just going to be available for everybody. You still want people to have to go to a hospital or, you know, into a proper medical facility to heal those levels of wounds. But if you were a medic and you had ground and you had a Cutlass Red, you can, you know, your bed healing level can scale up to a tier 3. That would be amazing. I'd love some medical gameplay. I've always, when I played, I don't know what it was, COD or Battle, I don't know what it was. One of the shooters that everybody loves. And, you know, I always played a support guy, running around chucking out, you know, ammo and med kits and stuff, and, you know, keeping people in the fight. I'd love to be able to do like, you know, medical rescues and search and rescue and stuff like that here in Star Citizen as a career path. So I'm hoping, you know, that we see that sort of progression in terms of detail and depth in the game once we get past the next 2 years or so of all this core tech finally coming together and really good stable dynamic server meshing and, you know, all of that core tech that allows that MMO feature that they really want the game to be unlocked, to see then these proper professions and you know, skill trees, you know, essentially for, you know, progressing your skill in certain areas. I don't know if that will happen because, you know, they've always said that, you know, the game is a skill-based game, not a you know, an experience-based or a tree-based sort of game where you know, you level up your skills. You are the skill. If you want to be a better pilot, you need to be a better pilot. The player, you know, just leveling up your pilot skill that allows you to turn faster or accelerate quicker or, you know, that sort of stuff is not going to be part of the game. And that's cool. I can totally understand that. But from a profession perspective, you know, if I was a miner, yes, I have the knowledge embedded in my head from previous mining experiences. This is how mining works. This is how scanning works. You know, there's nothing that makes me a better miner. You know, I can't get more gems out of a rock because I'm a better miner. I don't know. It's an interesting situation, but, you know, how do you have good medical gameplay? I don't know. Maybe what we have is enough, and you know, just being able to pick people up with a med gun or use a multi-tool with a medical attachment on it, or I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like being a medic has any value when anyone can be a medic at the same time. Because, you know, all you need is a med gun strapped to your leg, and that's it. You know, maybe yes, you know, there are different, you know, drugs, but nobody ever really uses them very much. I've certainly never played around with them. I do see it in other people's videos where they're using different drugs to do different types of things. So maybe, you know, I need to explore that a little bit and see what that's like. You know, maybe that's the case where, you know, when I'm with a group and we're going into combat, everybody gets dosed up. You know, instead of me carrying lots of extra ammo, I'm carrying ammo, but then I'm carrying lots of different drugs with me. And most people aren't carrying those drugs around, right? You know, whenever we loot a medical box, you know, we take the med pens, right? That's all we want, med pens. But there's 4 different types of drugs, 5, I think. And I know one of them gives you like a stamina boost. So, you know, when we're going into combat, you know, everyone gets boosted up with those drugs. Then you change out the vial and you put the next one in to, you know, do whatever. Maybe I should do some research into that. I probably should actually, and find out what those different drugs do. And I know that the med pen has different settings on it and you can adjust those manually to do different sorts of things. I guess I've just never played around with that enough to, you know, understand or appreciate that level of medical gameplay that we have at the moment. Right, let's go out there and do this contract. And then I think we're done with our contracts. Woo-hoo-hoo! Have Malta Milks, says Jason the Bruce. Stream snacks! Meta says he's making a hot tea. Perfect on a freezing night. That was one of the draws to E for me. You are as good as you are. Yeah, I guess so. And well, see here, this is a classic example of where I'm talking about, you know, I want a medical tree where I can be a better medic. But I'm already a better medic than somebody who hasn't spent the time to learn about what those different types of drugs do. Or for those people who don't carry those drugs or have them on them. You know, I know heaps of people who just go into combat with, you know, just a gun and that's it. Well, where's the rest of your gear? Where's the rest of your ammos? Where's the rest of your grenades? So me, as the player, learning about those different drugs and those different medicines and stuff that we have in the game is what makes me a better medic, I suppose, than somebody else. And me choosing to fly around in a Cutlass Red so I can heal those tier 1 or tier 2 injuries. I wonder if the bed does tier 3. Maybe it does tier 3, but just doesn't. You can't set it as a respawn point anymore. Oh, I'm not a very good medic. I need to become a better medic if I want to be a good medic and enjoy good medical gameplay. Let's do it, Viv. Let's do it. All right, so this should be a bounty, a ship-based bounty. Yeah, I was thinking about those different drugs they sell at the pharmacies. Yeah, and you can get them in the loot boxes and stuff. I've never used them, though. The med gun can tailor the drugs. Adrenaline is what you're describing. Ah, yeah, adrenaline. There we go. Here he is. Is that him? Who's this? Yep, lock target. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Get up close on this guy. Whoa, dude, that's unnecessary. Is that it? No, there's still another dude somewhere. Neutralize. Where is he? Maybe I should run out to see Joe Orison and do some medical stuff out there. Where is this dude? Neutralize Fey Branch. I swear we just destroyed him. Can't see any markers anywhere. I've never seen one of these missions bug like this before. It's got to be here somewhere. Bummer. What the hell? The bottom two drugs take care of the hearing problem. Red is just tier 1. Oh, is it? The Apollos have tier 2 and 3 beds. No, it's not a bunker mission. It's a very low risk target. That's a flight combat. Okay, let's Is that me? Yeah, it's my shadow. Jumping at shadows. So there's the facility down there, but he's not in there. Is he? Okay, let's have a look. Multiple turrets. It's a very low risk mission. A very low risk target. I swear they've changed the ship profile. Everything is drifting. Which is great. You know, I love it, but I'm just not used to it. Where do you reckon we can go? Maybe just down in there? Change view? Change view? Deploy landing gear?
Yes, Commander. Landing gear is being deployed.
Whoa. Are we taking hits? It's weird. The mission says very low risk target. And I swear we just killed that guy by a branch. I think he was in an Aurora. These rocks, man, they've done something. They've done something. I did get some scrapes there, Matter. We took a few hits trying to land up quickly behind that ridge. Confusing. Anyway, we'll go in there and have a look and see what's going on. Normally, when you if it's a bunker mission like this, once you get close, the target will pop up. You know, 200 meters, 300 meters, or whatever. Maybe it just didn't recognize that I killed him. Yes, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time looking into the different medicines. Because I'd love to play as a medic, you know. There's only so many things we can do in the game, right? But there's areas of the game that you can really explore. And I'd like to check out the medical gameplay. And you know, getting involved more with the org in terms of he's not in here. See, in this box, there'll be a couple of tiger claws, right? But I don't need them. Why? Because I bought like a, pack of 68 or something. I don't need any of this. And, yes, I could have just given away all my money and just, started like that. But, ooh. I'm very weak-willed. If I have the choice... But I saw someone. If I have the choice that, I'm not going to stop myself, right? I vape, right? I have an addiction. I have an addictive personality. I have a compulsive... Oh, boy! We need to be able to loot things. I need boxes. We need to be able to buy SCU boxes. Because you can't fit any of this stuff in the little boxes that you can buy from the cargo centers and stuff. Need to be able to bring an SCU box down here, fill it up, put it in my ship, lock it to the cargo grid, take it somewhere and sell all the stuff in it. Another tractor beam, that'll be useful. More med guns. See, can you see what's happening here? I'm looting all of the accessories, all the practical stuff. And that box full of guns and ammo, I couldn't give a shit about. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about the type of gameplay that I enjoy, right? I am interested in these scopes, though. Do I have a pistol? I don't. Let's grab a pistol. Maybe I should just... Well, I don't know. I've got all these ships now. I might as well keep them. I don't even know how I'd get rid of them, even if I wanted to. What do you guys think? They've botched this up, right? Should they just re-wipe and give us the credits that we're supposed to have? And just go, okay, we botched it. We fucked it. Sorry. We're wiping. We're going to give you back the credits that you paid for in 3.17. One, the stipend that we were supposed to give you. And we know what you've done so far in the game when you've been playing, and you can have that too. Credit-wise. But ships and anything you've bought, no, it's all gone. Here's your stipend, calculated properly. And we know what you have done so far in 3.17 too. Here is that also. What do you think? Or should they just leave it alone and we all just get on with our lives? Graham asks, can I do missions with you? Sure. Jump onto the Discord and we can have a chat and see what we can sort out. I'm going to start running a little bit more activity there with some of the people who are already there. It's a tiny, tiny group of us. But yeah, for sure. I'm happy to play games with anyone. At least you can grind despite the wipe. My character can't keep more than 20k credits. So you're having that issue where you log out and you log back in and you've still got 20 credits. That was mentioned in the chat earlier on by somebody else. I haven't seen that so far. I logged out once. I've logged out once and logged back in and I still had my money. But yeah, that's there's some problems, obviously, and that's super frustrating. And I was saying earlier on, I do expect that, CIG will fix that, and you will probably notice that once that fix gets patched, it's server side, so they can do it as a hot fix. You will get the credits that you have earned. You know, they know everything we're doing. They know everywhere we go, every credit we earn, and that glitch, that bug, that issue, obviously has to do with the situation at the moment. I have no doubt you will see that money back once the patch is fixed. Once they sort out what they're doing with the credits. So I wouldn't be too terribly concerned about that at this stage. I wouldn't be. I'm in the minority because I couldn't give a fuck person. But obviously, you know, that's not the majority of people. You know, they're not crazy like I am who played the game 7 hours a day because they don't sleep. So I understand that's frustrating for some people, but I'd be confident that you will see that money come back. Bunkers need a local storage facility so you can transfer stuff to your ship later. No. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. I like the idea of having to come down in a ship with boxes, having to drag those boxes into the facility, fill up the boxes, and take the boxes away. All this magically moving things around, yes, it makes the game easier and it makes it more playable, and not everyone has, you know, half an hour to move stuff around. But, you know, with the way that persistent entity streaming is coming in and the cargo refactor, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are surprised that they're going to be moving a lot of shit around, especially when Chris Roberts is talking about having cupboards with your jackets and your flight suits and stuff in it. And if you want to put on that flight suit, you need to go to the cupboard that flight suit is in and get it out of the cupboard. That is part of the reasons why a lot of the ships have fridges and compartments and spaces in them, because those areas are designed to have physicalized inventory items in them. It's going to be... We'll see how far it goes. You know, he's always said, you know, I want to push it to the point of realism and dial it back to fun. So I can't imagine that there'd be a lot of people out there who want to be flying around Stanton looking for a helmet that they put in a cupboard somewhere. So we'll see what happens. DIG just needs to do the wipe and Stipend and eat the loss. I think that's where we are. I think they just need to say, look, we fucked this. We're sorry. Oh, Jesus. We screwed up. We're going to wipe again. Yes, it means a service interruption of a couple of hours. Oh, boy. We can all get on with our lives for a couple of hours, I'm sure. All right, this contract is screwed. This guy is not here. Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened. Oh, that's annoying. Just abandon it, Viv. Just abandon it. I'll take the reputation hit. Little hit. Little hit. That's all right. I'll try again. Last in at the security depot. Okay, so this time we're going underground. Let's get it. Yeah, they just, in my opinion, that's what they need to do. I'm sure a service interruption is preferable. Yeah, exactly. Yes, read the wipe. The sooner they do it, the better for them. Yeah, exactly. Because the more of this that goes on, the more of this that's going to be happening, right? You know, people talking and complaining and carrying on and, you know, just being disgruntled. And there's, you know, a lot of people, you know, Spectrum was on fire today, you know, it was, there were some upset people. Where are we going? Trucking this into the ground. We are. Let's get out into orbit. Rewipe. Yeah, Spectrum is going to whinge no matter what they do. People will always whinge, you know. I saw somebody in Spectrum saying, give him out a gold bar and he'll complain that it's too heavy and you didn't give him a car to carry it in and he's got to carry it back to his tent. Yeah, 100%. Flagzahini? Have I butchered your name? Flagzahini? Thank you for joining me, by the way. I haven't seen your name before. My name is Viv. You're watching Crouch After Dark. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I appreciate you jumping straight into the chat. Amazing. If you're sitting there and lurking, throw an emoji in the chat if you don't want to say anything. Or just say howdy or put a smiley face or just let me know you're out there. That'd be amazing. I originally had 69 million, so hopefully I get the corrected stipend at least. I was going to help Org lead to earn a carrick. Yeah, I got 77 million, and you know, if I get 7.7 million or 770,000, even 770,000 would be amazing. They said it was increased by more than a factor of 10. So, yeah, 770,000. I'd rock that. You know, thank you so much. That'd be amazing. All right, whereabouts are we? Can we jump? No. We're still going into the ground. All right, we need to do some of this manually now. And to do some of this manually, we need to clear some navigation. We need something to drink too. Maybe we can have one of those 698 bottles of cruise I bought. Ridiculous. All right, let's jump up here to this OM up here. I do like this part of navigation where if you're on the other side of the planet and you're trying to navigate to the other side, but you're too close to the planet or you're not far enough away from it, your GPS can't map the coordinates there. You've got to jump out to an orbital marker first and then be able to map or manually navigate your way around. I kind of like that. I'm sure a lot of people find it really frustrating, but you know, for me, these are all parts of the game experience that you know, that I enjoy. I'm probably a special case. And that's cool. I'm happy to be a special case. Because I ground out 1 million just now, 30k and reverted to just gone back up in the chat to 20k. I'm pretty sure you'll get the money back. Money that you've earned after the release, they know about, that you've legitimately earned that money. So I think do the wipe, give us the stipend, and you know, it does the proper amount, and then give us what we've earned so far. You know what we've earned. They know. And they've mentioned that in their post. They said people who have done the Siege of Orison will get that money. They know what we're doing. They know what we're doing all the time. It's all been recorded. That's what I think they should do. Certainly hope so. Yeah, I'd be confident. My alt went from 3.4. You've got an alt, Randy. I've been thinking about that. You know, having a second account. Like, this one is stacked now. You know, when I backed the game in 2013, I spent a ridiculous amount of money. I'm sure most of those ships are way more expensive now than they were when I bought them. But I spent, you know, $650 at the time in 2013, so I'm sure it's way more expensive. I just spent another $400 or whatever on all the other ships. But this account is stacked, right? Even if I started again from my starting wallet, which is, you know, 20 grand, it's still stacked. I've got all those ships. I've been thinking about, you know, a second account, a hero to zero account, where, you know, I'll use my referral code. Link is in the description. Although I'm sure if you're already here, you've probably already played Star Citizen. And, you know, starting again from scratch with an Aurora or probably the Titan. I'd use Avenger Titan. It's a cooler looking ship. It looks more like a fighter. And it is a better ship. What's this about? Lock target?
Certainly, Commander.
Weapon lock? Thought we were going into a bunker, but we're not. Is that it? Is that it? Is that all we're doing? Is that all you brought to the party? You came to a Rager with a six-pack when everyone else brought kegs. Dude. We've been spending an hour flying around to do that. All right, well that should be let's just check. I'll make sure I don't have cruise on or anything like that, and we're out of range. Everything looks good to me. All right, cool. That should be all of the certifications now done. These are our mercenary missions. There shouldn't be anything in here that we need to do, except for this protect site trial contract, which is super strange because I already have them unlocked but we'll do it. Let's go and do it. Let's just do it, right? That's what we're here to do. Call to arms is on by default. Should be every time you go out anywhere. I don't care if you're delivering a package to your mum. Call to arms is by default every day of the week. We also need to get something to drink. I might have something in my backpack, actually. That's where I am, dude. And where we're going is on the other side of the planet. Sweet, 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 sweet. We're too close. Where are we? Why is it so dark? Okay, we're looking at the planet. Activate the quantum drive.
Certainly, Commander. QD activated.
Engage.
Hold fast, sir. Engaging quantum drive.
I went from 3.4 million to 275. Okay, post correction. Seems to be holding there. Had you bought anything on that alt account? Because I've heard that, mine immediately went down to 20 grand. But that's because I spent 53 million. So like you get you've already spent your stipend, thanks very much, but here's your starting credits. Did you spend anything on that alt? And that is where the persistent hangers will make the inventory better. Yeah, I can't wait for persistent hangers. I can't wait for my own hanger. I can't wait to put my fish tank in there. Austin Howe is joining us in the chat with the sweet little emoji. I can't really see it from here. There's too many lights in my face. Like a little sun thing. Amazing. Thank you so much. It really does help, just chucking an emoji in the chat lets YouTube know that you're engaging with the stream, and is therefore more likely to recommend my channel to other people who might also be interested in my stream. And the only way they're going to know about it is if YouTube says, "Hey, check out what this guy's doing. People are enjoying his stream." So thank you. I really appreciate that, Austin. It helps a great deal. I stream because it's great fun to chat with people. It's fun to share the passion and the enthusiasm and the excitement for something that we all enjoy and share and have a passion for in common. What are we doing here? This is a facility that's going to shoot at me. No, this is a protect site trial contract, so the turrets aren't going to fire. Lights. Look at these stupid lights, all right? When the landing gear goes down, looks like a slightly deformed fish. Landing gear? I'll deploy landing gear.
Landing gear being deployed for touchdown.
Oh! Painful! Painful! Let's get ourselves up for that. Oh, Jesus. We're still very close to that thing, aren't we? Oh, brother. Who doesn't like spending 50 million bucks? Most lotto winners are broke around 5 years after winning. Yeah, you hear that, don't you? You hear it all the time. Look, the more money you have, the easier it is to spend it. The more money you have and the more money you make, the more money you need to earn to keep, paying for those things. You win in the lottery and buy a Ferrari. Well, that's not it, right? Now you're paying an increased insurance, increased running cost, increased maintenance. Whereas if you just, won the lottery and bought a Corolla, still have a car to get you around, still look pretty. Okay, don't shoot these guys. So this is one other thing that has been controversial for me. I've mentioned a few times. These friendly markers. Yes, it's going to make this situation a lot easier. It's going to stop me from going to Clasher for shooting guards. But But at the same time, it kind of in some way breaks the immersion. Mostly because I don't have a HUD, right? If I had a HUD on, or if I had a helmet that was HUD enabled, then it makes sense to me. So perhaps, you know, give me a HUD so that I can understand why I can see these guys like this, why I can see these markers. Oh, that guy didn't go down. Oh. It's BR2. We gotta literally shoot his foot off to kill him. Ooh. Whoa, I would have shot that dude pre-marker. How was your life pre-marker? I kept on going to jail for shooting guards in the foot. And there's always some dude over here that I shoot in the head. So I do like the markers, but I'd like them to be implemented in a way that makes sense. And the only way to do that is to be able to, you know, show markers if you're wearing a helmet that is HUD enabled and or not. It gives you a reason then to, you know, equip or find specific types of helmets. Come on, dude, get out of there. I want that gun and I want that ammo. Crap. Why do I not have a tractor beam? Oh, I do have a tractor beam. Let's do this real quick. Oi, Jesus, what the fuck? It's a bloody shotgun. If someone sent me that friend request just then, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Well, I didn't have time to respond to it. Give me a minute. What was that thing? Look at this. That's a pistol. That's a sci-fi pistol. At 3 game packages, says Randier. Gifted the Avenger to the alt. Haven't done anything on that one. Okay, so it sounds like your stipend has been, you know, reversed back to what it should have been. From 3.4 million to 275k. That's still pretty good. That's pretty damn good. You know, I got 77 million. So, you know, maybe I am looking at 7.7 million. I'd be well happy with that. Okay, I was kind of hoping this guy had an FS9, but he doesn't. Oh, good. Right, let's get out of here, then we'll sort out what's going on. Let's go. I don't have a shit to steal this guy's suit. Because I'm in the Hornet, right? Let's roly-oly. Holy moly, none can control me. Surface. On the main, I bought a C2 and kitted it out. Still have it, but 20k AUEC. In real life, soldiers have markers to help prevent friendly fire. Yellow tape. Reflectors, etc. Yeah. Oh well, you know, it's obviously much more prevalent now with, you know, digital connected and, interfacing, weapon systems and stuff, especially with, multilateral sort of endeavors, where we have those friendly... Oh, hang on. Wait, don't get in the ship yet. Don't get in the ship yet. We need to quickly have a drink. Which I think there is something in the backpack. I'm not 100% sure. I think there is. So yes, I would just like to see it implemented slightly differently. Happy with the markers. Just make them be there for a reason. Other than just making it easier to identify, your opponent. Hang on, wait a minute. We can't do this. We cannot do this. Do I have a drink? I don't have a drink anyway. That's right. We'd have to go back inside the facility. Otherwise, like a chump, I'd take my helmet off and would suffocate out here while I'm trying to have a drink. That's a new gun. It has to be. Maybe. I just haven't seen it before, maybe. I know that there's a few different types of pistols. Let's have a look. Is there atmosphere here? Oh, this will tell us inside the ship. Yeah. I think you get 40 seconds of atmosphere here on Lyria. Right, there we go. That is all our certifications redone. And for some reason, I have less mercenary missions now. Oh, so good. We are in need of contractors to locate the missing crew of a freelancer that was recently reported as destroyed. I enjoy these wreck missions. They're good fun. Although, a couple of streams ago, a couple of weeks ago, God, I had a crazy, crazy experience with one of those missions. I swear, I was losing my mind. Sometimes the ships would be accessible. Oh, the Pride of Arlis. Did we do this one? Have you guys seen this mission yet? This is one of the new derelict reclaimer missions. Sure. Oh, did we miss it? Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. We got it. Do like how they just spawn them wherever they need to. It's great. Okay, let's get out and see what happens. Maybe we need to be off of the ground now to set quantum points. I finally managed to do this mission the other night for the first time without bugs. Cannot set a route there. Okay, are we on the other side of the planet? Or the moon? We are. Yep. Okay, that's cool. We can deal with that. Activate the quantum drive.
Stand by. Activating quantum drive.
Let's find an orbital marker. Gresham says there's a new sniper, is there? Never really used snipers very much. Again, I'm not a soldier really. Let's go to this one. Where are we going? No, let's go to this one here. And so I don't really play around with the weapons a lot. I have my favorites, and I just stick to them. Like the FS9 and is it the C54? I love those. The FS9 is an amazing weapon, and the C54 is so common that you never run out of ammo, basically. Especially when you're fighting against Ninetales. which is, I guess, the only people we can fight against at the moment. Unless you're a pirate, then you can fight everyone. There was an Inside Star Citizen this week, wasn't there? I missed it. I think that might have been the one where they were talking about River Tech. %23 hydration. We can do this. We got time. Engage.
Hold fast, sir. Engaging quantum drive.
All right. Are you kidding me? Send us there?
Certainly, Commander.
So yeah, like I was saying, I managed to do this mission for the first time the other night without it being bugged out, and it was great fun. It was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm really looking forward to, you know, lots of puzzle play missions, and you know, having to move things around or find things, you know, puzzle play. I've mentioned it a few times before. Stay on target. We gotta be getting close. Are you kidding me? Really? Leave that sun behind that barricade and we'll come up behind it. Nose up. That sun? Oh boy! Target lock.
Certainly, Commander.
All right. Release target. Someone sent you a party. Oh yeah, someone sent me a message and stuff before, didn't they? Sorry, I missed that. 20% hydration. I'm not jumping into any parties right now, mate. That's not going to happen. I don't know who you are, man. Or was that you, Meta? All right, let's go. Nah, it wasn't me. Sorry, I'm not going to jump into parties with people that I don't know or haven't chatted to on Discord, or it's not going to happen. All right. So this is, you know...
Charted, sir.
No, stop. Stop. I would like to see this mission changing slightly, because, you know, once you've done it, you know, it's rinse and repeat, right? It was me. Gresham, that was you, was it, mate? Why can't we get up in there? Send me a friend request, mate, and I'll accept that, and we'll organise a time to play together. I've located the ship's captain. Why are you causing me problems like this? Let's go turn off the gravity. Shoot me a friend request, friends, and then that way we can tee up a time to play. Maybe I'll organise a supporter stream, or we'll just get a whole bunch of us into Discord, and we'll stream a great session and do a bunch of crazy stuff. Let's go. No, that gun's not very good. We don't really need guns. There's nobody here. Let's put them away. Put them away. Oh, God, yeah, of course it happens every single time. Gonna get a head injury. Oh, 17%. Okay, we can't naff. We can't naff. Oh, okay, where's the data slate? Where is the data slate? Where's the data slate that tells you about the gravity? Okay, interesting. Oh, let's just go turn it off. Maybe we... Oh, yeah, of course. God. Jesus. We're gonna be upside down. 16%. Okay, we gotta move. We're in trouble now. We are in actually. Should have got something to drink. I'm an idiot. Pretty sure there's nothing on the ship. Okay, talking about the mission being bugged. Maybe I can't turn the gravity off until I find that data slate. Normally it's right there. You got me last stream, I think. My name is Maverick. Ah, is it? Let's have a look. Oi, oi, shit. That's right. I think we were trying to get on Discord and stuff, and then I don't think we managed to actually get in game. Oh God, no, I'm going too fast. Where is the data slate? Oi. Yeah, we got a problem. Is that it there? No, that's a box. God damn it! Shit. We gotta go. No data slate there is unusual, and normally when you just lift up that engineering computer, it disables the gravity. The ship's seen better days. I'm panicking. How do I get back in my ship? F. Let me in the seat. What's going on? There we go. In through the canopy. Don't know how to check my friends in game. Oh yeah, you're right. These are my friends here, right? Okay, cool. So we're already friends. Sweet. What am I doing? Get out of here. Let's go down here and hope to God there's a water bottle somewhere. Which there normally should be. Give me the last ring. Well, like usual. Just popped into the Discord too. Okay, cool. Let's finish up this, then we might jump into the Discord. Oi, shit! I'm dead. Amazing! They've changed the flight mechanics. Because normally this happens in decoupled mode, where the ship keeps traveling in its Oh, and now I'm suffocating to death in my bed, while the bed's trying to heal me. Here we go. So in decoupled mode, the ship keeps moving in the trajectory it was traveling while you're reorientating. So I was coming straight down way too quickly, and by the time I tried to thrust up, the ship's still coming down. Oh, amazing. All right, give me half a second. Let's update this. Death counter up to 3. Where the hell am I? Am I at Orison? This looks like Orison with that wooden wall there. I am. God! Who wants to jump in Discord? Make your way over to Orison, and we'll go run some Siege of Orison stuff. How does that sound? Oh, hang on. I'm going to get prepared, aren't I? Do I have anything here? No, of course I don't. I've got a bloody drink here. Where's the best place to get weapons and outfitted and stuff? Port Olisar. There's Kelto here, but they've only got shotguns and pistols. There's an an armor store. Silly. Yeah, Port Olisar is the best to re-equip from. Jeez, it looks good, doesn't it? Ah, that's so annoying! Because, you know, I've got nothing here, right? I've got nothing here. There's the lift. Let's get in it. And I can't just grab stuff from Area 18 because I have to go there. Oh, I'm going to be frustrated when we have, you know, physicalized infantry. Oh, boy. What a massive, massive pain. All right, Jesus. All right, we're almost at 4 hours. All right, Gresham. Oh, is that flew overhead? That shuttle. I hate to do it a second time to you, brother, but we've almost been on for 4 hours. It is almost 1 a.m. I was up all day after hanging out on the Space Tomato stream for almost 12 hours. If I didn't flood the kitchen, I would have been there for the full 12 hours. But I had to go, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, to clean up the kitchen, which I accidentally flooded. But I might call it there. And I will jump onto Discord, and I think we'll set something up. And get a group of us together. Maybe Meta and Jason. I know they're both here in Melbourne, same time zone as me. Gresham, I think you're in the US, right? I remember last time you had an American accent. Doesn't mean you're in the US, of course. Space Tomato lives in Turkey, and you know, people live all over the place, right? But this seems to, you know, be a time that works for you. So I might set up something in Discord where we can all jump in together and then run some sort of group activity, because I had great fun last night hanging out with the guys from the GII org. I had great fun with a bunch of other random people, although we were just communicating in voice chat, that I bumped into when, you know, I was one of those pugs who went off to Siege of Orison. Let me go check out what Siege of Orison is about. So I went there by myself, and I ended up running around with, you know, 3 other dudes, and we formed a party, and we were all talking in voice chat, and it was great fun. So, Americans. Oh, you're an Aussie in Brizzy. Oh, okay, right. Well, this is all working out all around. Americans don't have accents. No, Randy, they don't. No. Nobody. I don't have an accent either. Yeah, okay, so Meta and Jason, who we rescued earlier on. Yes! They're here in Melbourne. We can all jump in Discord and run around. Siege of Orison and Jumptown are running back to back for the next 2 weeks, I think. 24 hours for one of them, then they switch it to 24 hours for the next one, and then they switch it back. And so wherever you are across the world, you've got an opportunity to play around in those two dynamic events that are running at the moment. So let's form a group and do that. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in tonight. It's been a great stream. We've had some great interactions. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do go ahead and click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, do consider that. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. On Monday, if you happen to tune in, I'm going to go to Discord and set a few things up there. And I think I need to play with some permissions and stuff and just make sure it's all properly set up. I haven't really configured anything. I just sort of open a Discord, but I do need to set some things up there so we can be safe and secure and in a happy and safe environment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone who watches my channel. I will see you on Monday night. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday, and that's it. Take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.